Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to episode number 25 of the Gary and Aries Show. Special thank you to M. Alex Broadcasting Company and Power 108.9, episode number 25, with a very special VIP in the building.
My man Tez, what's going on? Big homie back
What's
in the
up,
building.
fellas? I appreciate you guys for having me
You
again,
know it,
man.
back, man.
You know it.
Appreciate it.
Out here in this building today is episode 25, quarter water around here.
Everyone's rocking some good stuff today.
Hey, man, it's that time. Holiday episode. Happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays,
No
everyone.
doubt about it. Christmas, New Year's, all that good stuff. How y'all been, man?
Festivus.
How y'all been?
I'm loving the off season. You know that. It's my slow down time. I had a great vacation. Got back from the cruise. Had a great time.
Yeah,
It was
I just
fun.
got back in town, too.
Welcome back.
How was your cruise?
Much needed. Very
Okay.
very fun. Very eventful.
Where'd you go?
Cozumel, Mexico, Honduras, Roatan. Western Caribbean. Family. Got to see my nephew. Love that kid. He's awesome.
What's up,
Beyond brilliant. I can share a quick story when we get to it, but we had a good time.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, well, I just got back from Vail, Colorado, so that was pretty cool out there in the snow. You know what I'm saying? Taking in the sights is really beautiful out there. The pictures don't do it justice. It's really cool, man. I would definitely go back again. See you rocking your boys today.
Yeah, man. I had to support my dog, man. All the Caleb Williams talk going around, so this in support of Just the Fields.
I hear that.
So.
We're supposed to have another seat getting filled in here again today. Sounds good to me. Another special guest on the way. He's making his grand appearance like always. But let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. Get it off my chest. What you got for me?
I'm okay.
You feeling good?
Yeah, something might pop up, but
Okay. What about you? You got something for me, Ted?
Yeah, I got some, man. I'm just wondering how guys can get $300 million and ain't pitch one single pitch in the MLB. That's crazy.
How pronounce it? Somebody give it to me.
Yamamoto?
Yamamoto.
With the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Dodgers spent $1 billion on two players.
Still got holes in the line.
Still got holes in the lineup.
Yeah.
Still got holes in the pitching staff.
Yeah.
Damn the Dodgers. But speak on it. Talk to me.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I mean, I guess it was planned because, Shohei, they friends.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of structured his deal so they can go out and get him. But,
That structuring is bullshit, by the way.
yeah.
So how you feel about the structure situation? Because you defer everything basically, so you're getting $2 million a year every year for the 10 years. So that's $20 million. At the end, they got to give you all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So $680 million, and I'm assuming that's like a bank account. They just gonna be stacking that money up.
Yeah, they
waiting for
said it
them.
was supposed to be, like, spread out over 10 years after his contract is up, how he gets
So
the
by-
680.
So 10
He's
more
getting,
years
he's
after
getting
that, he'll have the rest
68
of
a
it.
Yeah.
year for the other 10 years
Yeah.
after that.
I mean, technically, is it genius or what? What?
No, it's bullshit because at this point, you're now setting precedents that I can defer money to 2045.
Yeah, that's great.
Why doesn't anybody else start saying, oh, I'll give you my 2036 draft pick? There's a reason
Yeah.
why, like, within the, come on, man.
Yes,
I agree.
it's tough. And that's why I said that is different. And like I said, you're either gonna be revered for that, or it's gonna be like you said, that's bull. Like, get that out of here. Nobody wants that kind of contract because a lot of people are gonna say, hey, give me my money up front anyway.
Yeah.
But
And
wouldn't it also make sense that if people were going to be doing this, the small market teams, the Oaklands and Kansas Cities and other teams of the world should have already been doing this?
Yeah.
you would think
But all of a sudden now it's like, we can just push the money to wherever the hell we want.
Yeah,
no.
that's crazy.
it's a lot, man. It's for $680 million all at once, but basically, like I say, all backloaded basically.
Yeah.
And technically, you're doing it to clear up space so you can sign people. Okay, I get that part. You claim you want to win, but it's unprecedented for sure.
If you want to defer, that's fine, but you should only be allowed to go so far.
Yeah, like a couple years, not 10 years.
That's a
Technically
lot.
20. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. That is a whole lot.
Yeah.
Outside of that, for me, it's fantasy football playoff time, man. But you still in it?
Nah.
You not? Well,
Good luck to you. Sorry.
I'm
Good luck
rolling,
to you.
baby. We rolling.
I know it. So basically, I start well like I do every year, just shit the bed, and then it's like, oh, you're eliminated. This year, I was down to a 2% chance. Literally won basically 4 games in a row.
He did.
Scored 160 plus every single week.
I thought he was gonna sneak in.
I was there.
Uh-huh.
My playoff percent chances went from 2 to basically 99. And the same dude that beat me by 1.1 who beat me out for the final spot in the playoffs.
I've been rocking the 1 seed in that league for a while, so I've been kind of coasting. And that toward the end, it got a little murky.
Yeah.
But now, me and Brian Jordan.
Yeah, good luck
Shout out
to
to
you.
Brian Jordan, man. His team's got hot
Yeah.
as hell.
Well, he's been riding 4 people all year,
Yeah, he
and when
has.
they put up points, and they each usually put up about 30, it's like, well, damn, he's already at 120.
It's tough. He got a good little squad over there, but I got a little solid squad myself, so we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, I'm like a sore loser when it comes to fantasy. When I know I'm out of the
blame
playoffs, I don't even set the lineup. Like,
Consolidation rounds.
Yeah.
Who cares about
Leave
the
it what it
consolidation
was.
rounds?
it depends on who I'm playing though. Like
Right,
if
right,
I'm
right.
playing somebody, been talking a lot, I'm like, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I ain't been setting my lineup, so
I
you
got
think I ain't
something
gonna,
for you.
you think I ain't gonna set it this week, but I got something
Got
for you.
some.
Yeah.
I won't go get any money off of the waiver wire or free agency. I'll just play with what I got left
Yeah.
on the roster, but I'll still set my lineup. You know?
Yeah.
I said it too, but at the same time, like you say, it's not much. It's just all right. Unless you're nobody injured playing,
Yeah.
go ahead and get him in there. But I'm in the running in our league and 2 others out of the 6 that I had. So it works out pretty good.
Too much.
Yeah.
I know you always say
Too much,
I
yeah.
told you I have a problem, but all I do is hit one. I get all my money back from all the other ones, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
It makes sense. I understand.
All I do is win one of them, so my odds are pretty decent. So we're gonna see what happens, man. Outside, let's go back to another food wars, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Food wars. So food styles. So if you got to say like, you get tired of eating the same old thing, or you eat your normal things that you always eat. If you say I want something different, like if I want to go out to eat, like for me, I'm not eating soul food out.
Yeah.
I get soul food at home. So if
Yeah,
I go
that's true.
out to eat somewhere, I want something different. So I believe I was Mexican in a previous life.
Yeah, me too.
Mexican food, I can eat it every day. I've eaten it the past 2 or 3 days, actually. So that's my thing. When it's come to different food styles, give me some Mexican food all day. And I can eat it 4 or 5 times in a week and get something different every time.
Yeah.
From burrito tacos to chili rellenos to fajitas to I throw old school taco salads in there. I do all kinds of stuff, dog.
Everything.
Everything. What, you got something for me?
Yeah, I'm a Mexican at heart too, man.
Yeah, man.
I went to your third spot Thursday night.
Which one?
The one off Chattahoochee,
Oh, I know what you're talking
right by
about.
Top Golf.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking
Man, I ate some brisket tacos.
about. Yeah, man.
I was like,
It's
yeah.
crazy, man.
Is
I just had some burrito tacos yesterday. Got my dip on. What you got, dog? You got something?
I'm a Asian foodie, I guess.
Okay.
I'm a Thai guy. I can have Chinese, Japanese, anything. Like something about Asian food. I enjoy cooking
Flavors,
with.
man.
Yeah, I enjoy cooking with a wok at home. I think I can make some pretty good stuff. I know how to roll my own
was gonna
sushi.
say,
I
you
can
do
cut
the
my
sushi.
own.
Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff. I enjoy cooking, but I would definitely say an Asian theme. I can have that 5 nights a week, different stuff, and never get tired of it.
I feel that the flavor profiles is what do it. It's the different flavors.
It's always
now, when
sweet and spicy.
Yeah, and see now when it comes to that, I've been heavy on ramen lately.
Yeah, that
Man,
counts.
what?
Same thing.
I've been heavy on it lately.
But
I'm
you
talking
do
about, I
a
might
million
get
different
something
things
after
with
the
it.
show.
Yeah.
I might go over Feast and get me something after the show. Like seriously.
2 chicken pad thais for me, please.
Yeah.
I got you, Pim. If I go over there, I got you.
No,
I
go
know
ahead.
that.
I got time.
Yeah. Oh, you got a little bit of time?
Yeah, I got time.
Oh, yeah. We go over there and hit the spot then because I sure could taste that. What is it, the spicy beef? The spicy beef ramen?
Yeah, all the
Yes.
options.
Yes, sir. I can get that then.
Shout out to 26 Thai.
No
they
doubt.
got options.
No doubt. That's real. Okay. Now, outside of that, holiday candy.
Again, I'm not the candy guy.
Not the
You
sweet
know,
guy. I'm the same way, but it's sometimes
I
every
get
now
my
and
Grand
again.
Marnier.
There you
That's
go.
my candy right
I had
there.
some of that last night. I did it in name. I took a shot to you, sir, because you're the only person I drink it with.
That was going to be my story. So I basically drank all of it on the Royal Caribbean ship. they have radios at bars for a reason, like, yo, can I borrow a bottle, blah, blah, blah. And they just kept on saying, he's back. So I was like, I'll take that as a compliment then, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like, he's back. Do you have a bottle that you guys can send over?
Please.
And then
Yeah.
literally like night 6, it's like, we don't have it anymore. You drank
You
it all.
literally drank every
was
bottle on the ship.
I accomplished my goal.
Now, when me and Jameson were friends in Colorado.
I can imagine.
Yeah, me and Jameson.
Trying to stay warm.
Yeah,
Sure.
man, it was pretty
to.
cool. Yeah, green tea shots all around.
Sure.
No, I get down and then
Yeah.
happened to get cool with the bartender. You know how that goes. And he was like, "You good, my man?" I was like, "Green tea." He was like, "Cool." Next thing you know, he bring the rounds of them.
Yeah.
That was, I did have my Terrapin tie-dye shirt. I wore that on the cruise. I was gonna pop it off anyways and start lounging out, getting some sun.
Yep.
But of course, as soon as I stepped on the ship, they're stocking up all the bars. Dude points out just like you, and he's like, "Terrapin, we have Terrapin." I was like, "All right, I guess you can call me Terrapin, but that's fine."
That's gonna start.
Just cracked a luau, gave it to me. I was like, "I didn't even ask for this, but thank you, sir. I
Thank you.
appreciate it."
Since you have it,
Yeah.
okay, appreciate you.
Luau Crunkles. It's a beautiful 6.5 passion fruit, orange, and guava IPA. grab yourself one today.
It's actually pretty good. I like luau. It's pretty tasty.
It's like, get out of here.
Okay, well, we got somebody setting up, getting ready to get my dog in the bed. Don't be waving me. You don't want you to sit down. Let's go.
I'm calculating your proper introduction. We want to make sure we give you in a timely fashion.
Yeah, man, because make sure we give you the introduction that you deserve, my man. But in the meantime, while he getting that together, let's transition. So we got basketball going high speed right now.
Strong.
High speed right now.
I'm doing my thing fantasy-wise, as always.
Yeah, man. I got to remember to hit you up when it's time for my fan duels and stuff because that's the basketball better right there. That's my guy.
And I don't know when FanDuel started to do it, at least for me. And I don't know, I guess I'm the exception to the rule because I started it down in Florida, since I know it's not exactly legal in Georgia yet, but Prize Picks is. So why does it matter?
It should.
Contracts, stupid stuff at the end of the day. But they started to send you a notification in the morning, like your winnings have been deposited. So it's like a friendly reminder. I'll set my lineup sometimes and then just forget about it. And I'll look up the next morning. I was like, oh, snap.
Boom.
Woke up one morning and I was like, oh. I'm glad I put in that lineup.
Ooh, appreciate you.
But that's how I know Chet's been balling, man. I'm looking at people's points per game, like fantasy average at least. Chet's balling. I think I got that one wrong. We were talking about who could stay healthy between Wemby and Chet. I chose Wemby, but it looks like he can't stay healthy.
Yeah. But then his minutes are lower too, which is crazy.
Who?
Wemby, he's only getting around
he was
28, something like
25
that.
some nights.
He's not getting that many minutes. I mean, which is smart, I believe, on their part as far as Popovich. And it's like we're not going anywhere, so I'm not going to burn you out as a rookie. It's no reason to try to push for this rookie of the year thing. It's not a big deal like that. Want to get him acclimated, you know what I'm saying? Get used to the game, get some more weight on him, and it'll be better for him. But Chet is balling.
He's great, man. And it still looks weird. But
it does look weird.
Yeah,
he's doing well, man. That team is young too. Look out for them.
Man, SGA, man.
They got a good young team.
That Gilgeous-Alexander, man. Our first team All NBA last year for a reason. He's a nice one.
Yeah,
he got the speed.
Chet had like 2 back-to-back games where he had 7 blocks or more.
He had 2 back-to-back games of like 30, 12, and 5. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's crazy. That's Shaq, Wilt type stuff.
I don't want to put him in that category.
I'm just
yet,
saying,
but
as far as the numbers, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, to have multiple games of 5+ blocks, that's helpful to say the least.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then on top of the shots that you contest that you don't block, the ones that you bother, the ones that you alter just from them trying to throw a higher.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shots altering.
Guess what? Guess who's on the block?
For basketball? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say his name because I know it'll probably give you some sort of satisfaction. But
come on, say it.
Former Hawks forward.
Say it.
John Collins.
Yes.
I've seen that.
I've been telling.
Jazz already given up on him,
That's what I'm saying, man. He's not coming along fast enough with the offense. I keep telling people he just highlights. No disrespect.
But for a lovely $6,100 on FanDuel, you can get yourself a great backup forward.
That's what I'm saying, man. And I'm not doing it to bash on him, but I'm just saying the humble brag type situation. I'm telling you, I saw it in the works when it came to Collins. I really did.
Hawks fans at least have been wanting him gone for years. Finally get rid of him, and now the team that took him on also wants to get rid of him.
First year.
Maybe, listen to the Hawks fans sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we're not dumb and we do know basketball.
The Hawks are always like a year or 2 late.
Getting rid of somebody.
Yeah, like DeAndre Hunter.
That's your guy.
Yeah, I'll take that one too.
It's another one. They said him and Capella are both on the block now.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but that's at least it's early in the situation when it comes to Hunter because they just paid him. So now, even with that first year of it,
just offer, all of your 20, 30 first-round picks for Embiid, since you can apparently defer money wherever the hell you want. Just offer all the future picks. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest finally jumping in here.
Yeah.
I think everybody can hear me. I got to make sure people can hear me. So
let me get 2 claps.
It's all good. Yeah, 2 claps. Okay, first of all, how are the highest paid baseball players in America foreign?
How?
Baseball. The highest paid athlete in America is foreign.
Like I say, the only answer I can give you.
He was great when he pitched. He no longer pitches. I'm assuming you're talking about Ohtani.
Yes.
At the same time, it seems like. Do you remember when Alex Rodriguez left Seattle?
Yeah.
I think it was 2002, and he joined the Rangers. And then all of a sudden, it's like $252 million. when no one's ever been paid over 200 million
Unheard
before.
of. Mhm.
It's like, there's other numbers, right? You didn't have to go all the way there.
Yep.
The same thing like when Mahomes got his 550.
Yeah.
It's like, we get it. You are the exception to the rule.
Yep.
But you didn't have to go that high because now you're
Just
resetting
because
the
the
market.
numbers there.
Yeah, yeah.
When it's Justin Fields' turn to get paid,
Yeah.
you don't have to go all the way up there,
Yeah.
Is he a max contract player? Hopefully one day.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to go
No,
like
that high, yeah.
Daniel Jones. You don't deserve that money.
You didn't. There's no
You're
reason.
robbing them blind.
There's no reason.
You're taking money out of Saquon's pocket, out of everybody else.
They
as,
robbing Saquon.
as far as the best or the highest paid athlete being foreign, if you're the modern day Babe Ruth, I guess I just don't think he's ever going to pitch again.
I'm saying it's
Yeah,
just
I
basically
don't think
baseball.
either.
That's
Yeah.
my reason for it.
I don't think he will either. But no, I just wanted to get that off my chest.
That's fine.
I think it's also bad for like baseball marketing because a lot of those guys don't speak great English, so
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of market those guys and
Yeah.
just to see that the best players in baseball don't speak English is a problem to me. I mean,
Yes.
yeah,
No, it is. I mean, even if you go outside of that and go to the, the island-born players, like, I mean, even from Ronald Acuna Jr. to
Yeah.
other players like that, Acuna's just now getting to the point, he's been in the league for, 5 or 6 years,
Yeah.
to where he can articulate a few sentences here
Ryan
and there.
said that you are exceptionally louder than everyone else. I was
Oh.
like, I think it's just because he's
That's
projecting.
because I do radio, Ryan. I do
Shout
radio.
out to Ryan.
Shout out to Ryan.
I do radio.
For most of your smell good needs, visit
Yeah.
RyanBeasley.com.
Thank
Straight
you,
up.
Ryan.
But like even with that, like you said, the marketability. Like if you watch an Acuna commercial, he's saying like "What's up?" or "That's it," or say stuff like that. It's like, come on, you gotta get back with it instead of having a translator every time you're on TV or something like that. You gotta be able to do what you need to do when it comes to that.
Who, Acuna?
Yeah.
Acuna can speak English.
He can.
That's what I
yeah,
say.
He can.
Everyone knows his translator, and his translator said it before. He's like, "Hey, man, if you do one English interview, you have to keep
Yeah.
doing it.
You have to keep
Like,
doing it.
He can do it, no problem. He's just, one of those anti-social kind of guys. I don't want to say introvert, but like when he needs to, he can have an English
Well,
conversation.
especially if they hand you that check for a commercial or something, you gonna
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yes.
See.
yeah.
errands. See,
So I mean, so that's a good one though. That's a good one because that's a very interesting conversation when it comes to the foreign players as far as making the money here.
now as far as the Yamamoto kid, I know nothing about him. All of a sudden, I see on the
a
bottom
pitch.
line,
Not a pitch in the league, like
12
you said.
years, $325 million for who?
Yep.
Yeah.
And how old is he already? You give him a 12-year contract?
Like 20, 26, I think.
That's what I'm saying. And then they come over here and they're older players.
Yeah.
Especially when you coming from the Japanese league and stuff like that. Y'all been playing over there for forever, and now you finally got your numbers up.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Yeah.
Ohtani. You didn't come in here at 21.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You came in here as a grown man already.
There are certain individuals that you've heard of before that came over. Ichiro, you knew about
Yeah.
him.
But Ichiro wasn't young either when he came over.
No, I think he was like 29, 30
That's what
when
I'm
he came
saying.
over.
He's just a dog the way to get the records that he did. but, yeah.
Tanaka, the former Yankees
Mm-hmm.
pitcher. It's like you heard about some of these guys as they were coming over. Otani, same thing.
Not
I
a
didn't hear
word.
another
But I think we
man.
talked about it on the last show how just the international game is getting so good in all sports, right? That's why when we look at the MLB or we look at the NBA,
Yeah, we said it for
the
basketball.
top players are international players.
They are.
What we say, 8 out of 10 are foreign
That's what we
basketball
said. We
players?
don't want that U.S. versus the world. We don't want that.
Not right now.
No, you don't.
Not right
He
now.
actually won the World Baseball Classic. So
Yeah.
I mean, he pitched in the that's
Who
the,
won?
the only highlights I seen. He
Oh,
pitched in
Japan.
Oh, won the WBC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. We come up short in WBC the last every time. True. I mean, when last time we was in the finals for the WBC?
Well, we were. They lost.
I would say it was to us, but this year, right?
Yeah.
This past
They just
year.
got back, though.
Yeah.
Right, because the years before they didn't have anybody on those squads.
Nah.
Yeah. And
Nobody.
it's crazy. I saw a meme recently where it talked about the aging basketball players in the league. It talked about LeBron and Steph and
Chris Paul, all these
Like
ballers.
all of these cats are in their mid 30s right now. But then you look at the youngins going back to the international players. These are the young folks that's coming in the league now, and they're gonna be the new face of the NBA.
And especially like we talked about last time, like Giannis and stuff like that. Even people you don't think about. We were talking about Gilgeous Alexander. He's from Canada.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another one. If there was a U.S. versus the world, he would not be on the squad. You know what I'm saying?
Drake is from Canada.
Well, that we know.
Oh,
He's sitting up there. He's he was up there trying to for the Blue Jays trying to get Ohtani. That's what
Drake
he's trying
is
to
from
do.
Canada. That is correct.
No, I was just saying that
Are we
because
just
we were
naming
talking about just
Canadians?
top, people
Ryan
at the
Reynolds
top of
is
the
from
game.
Yeah, right.
At the top of their game, you know what I'm saying?
From foreign places.
yeah,
Understood.
international.
Understood.
Man, the hell with y'all.
Now,
Go to hell.
keeping on basketball, Hawks and Heat yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Did
Sorry,
the Hawks
guys.
win?
No, sir.
We
Oh,
lost,
okay.
We
Sorry.
lost. Tyler Hero put the dagger in at the end with a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Trey were going at it though, man. They
From
were going
deep.
at it 30 apiece. Trey had his 6th straight game.
I was gonna say, right?
with 30 points and 10 plus assists. The only other person to do that is Oscar Robertson. He's done it 6 straight games. Oscar Robertson did it twice because he was a dog. But now Trey gets to go for 7 and try to tie that record.
Kids,
Okay.
if you don't know who Oscar Robertson is, do a quick little Google search.
Yes.
Please do.
Can I take a guess at what the score was? 179 to 181.
No, there was defense play.
Oh, okay.
There was
I was about to say. Yeah.
Just a tad. Just a tad.
Was I close?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. What was that final score? Because it was definitely over 120 something. Let's see.
No.
What was it?
No, you don't have to look it up.
122 to 113.
Okay.
122 to 113. Once again, no defense on our part. We
Yeah.
started out to a 9-0 skid, and I was like, look at this. I got mad at that point. But halftime, we went down by 2. So I said, let's fight with it. But
So the game was over basically before it started
Mm-hmm.
because the Hawks let the Heat go on a 9-0 run to start the game.
The very
and then
beginning.
everyone's like, damn, they still haven't scored yet. First point was a free throw. So
it was like, it
Damn,
was
I
sad.
believe you.
Sad business. Like, I love my Hawks, but at this point, I had to just watch them when I watch them and depend on who we playing because they're going to frustrate me every time.
all right, so it seems like it's GM time then. If Capella and what's his name?
Hunter
are on the block. You're obviously looking for a big. So who are you getting? Picks, whatever you want to throw in. But who are you getting? Realistically,
I like Pascal.
Siakam, he's a very versatile big, but
not for your 5.
I'm
Though.
finna say he's not going to dominate at the 5 position because Okongwu technically is a 4. He plays big, but he's what 6'9".
Yeah.
That's Jared Allen.
Oh, okay.
Jared Allen brings some defense, some boards.
Block Allen.
Yeah, we could do that. I'll take that all day long.
Okay.
Don't ask me.
No,
I'm about to say,
just gonna say go Hawks.
Udonis Haslem.
He's getting his jersey retired.
I know,
Shout
that's
out.
why I said
Appreciate
that,
that.
yeah.
Thank you,
He
sir.
should. He should though. That's legit for y'all.
I did not realize this. 20 years with the same organization, signed as a free agent, undrafted free agent, and not only that, 4 rings.
3.
Three
Yeah.
rings. 3 rings. So
Well
yeah,
done.
his number should
Well-
be retired. That's
Well
awesome.
done,
Shout out to him. Yeah.
Well done career. He
Great
had a
career.
Shout out to
Franchise leader in several categories.
And blocks definitely.
Rebounds as well.
Yeah.
Quite a few. But
Man, his prime, man, them rebounds and that corner jumper.
his game was always 15 feet out.
Man,
Anything
what?
by the
That-
free throw line, right?
Yeah.
That mid-range jumper, he was hitting that thing. Yep.
That's that Tim Duncan. He played during the Tim Duncan era, right?
Yeah.
No doubt
Oh, yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Just not. He didn't use the glass.
No, he didn't use the glass, but I'm just saying though, that's
Oh,
when big
yeah.
men started to get a little bit more versatile during that Tim Duncan
Oh, yeah,
era.
absolutely.
Fundamental.
Yeah, fundamentals.
It's
Yep.
fundamental because Timmy was the most boring superstar to watch, but
Yep.
he was making it happen.
Yeah.
It's almost like basically like what Joker does now.
Have you seen him now, by the way? Tim Duncan?
Oh man,
He got locks now,
He's
right?
like
He
a
does.
totally
Yeah.
different person.
I'm like,
Yeah.
He's like a totally different
Brian
person.
Urlacher having a whole bald head for his entire career, and then you go into the Hall of Fame with hair like,
Who is that?
that is? That is him?
Who is that? But no, Timmy got the beard going, the salt and pepper locks, and they getting long
Yeah.
now.
He looks
Yeah.
like he's loving life.
Might as well. You play for forever.
I'm sure.
He's
Bank
coaching,
account
ain't
chilling. He was sitting on the bench with Pop at one point. I don't know if he still is, but he was sitting over there. But that would be the perfect teacher for Wemby.
he? Yeah.
Perfect, because at this point, you just get down there and let him teach you some stuff.
Yeah.
Just like it was. Well, I hate to bring this up. It was lined up perfect for Dwight Howard because he had Hakeem Olajuwon, but he just didn't listen to him.
Well, players don't post up much. I was looking at the old coach from the Warriors. He coached for Sacramento now.
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. He was talking about Keegan Murray. I guess he had like 40 the other night.
43, yeah, career high.
So he was telling Mike Brown that he could post up, and Mike Brown was like, "You can." So he told. So is a quote going around. He said, "Yeah, watch YouTube."
Yeah, they should use that because if you can post up now, it's different, man. Embiid starting to realize it because Joker still posts up. Joker would literally walk off the free throw line with the ball in his hand and go post you up.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. As a big man, is what you should do.
Right.
The NBA now at this point has gotten so far away from it, and which brings me to Steph. Is Steph a GOAT? There's some people want to say he's the GOAT if you want to put him in the GOAT conversation, but he changed the game to where you have to have those big men who can step out there on defense and on offense.
Yeah.
They'd be able to stretch the floor. But at the end of the day, in the essence of basketball, height, man, you have the height. Go down there, dominate. Embiid put up 50 on the Timberwolves doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Go down there and dominate, which I didn't like Gobert and Cat not taking him every time.
Yeah.
Why you got McDaniels on him? It doesn't
That's
make
crazy.
sense.
Well, that answers my question. I guess you don't want Cat as your 5.
Cat wants to be a guard, man. As much as I like him, the worst thing for Karl Anthony Towns is winning the 3-point contest.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing for him. Because now he want every...
Oh, in his head, in his
Yeah.
mind, he can just shoot threes.
Yeah, I saw him pump fake somebody. They flew past me at the 3-point line, wide open lane, and you
Yeah.
still jack up the 3 like you a guard.
Yeah.
For what? The lane was open. You 7 feet tall. Go dominate. And he won't do it.
I would check
He
out.
love going in the fast break, Euro stepping and all that shit. Like, come on, bro.
I would check out anybody on Detroit's roster. I do feel bad for Monty Williams, but obviously anybody.
Don't feel bad for money on that money they gave him.
No, just that's the point. It's like if you're getting all that money, you want an immediate impact.
Yeah.
But what are they in the middle of right now? 25 game losing streak.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Like historically bad.
That's awful.
So it sucks on. Like that's what I'm saying. I feel for him. I know he's getting the money, but anybody in that roster should be available at this point, right?
Shout out to Cade Cunningham.
I'm like one of them old dudes that compare basketball today, like those old cats compare rap music, like this garbage that they're listening to now. There's no more Big Daddy Kane's and KRS Ones.
Ain't no real defense
That's
no
how I am
more.
with basketball.
Ain't
I'm
no
like,
real defense no
that's
more.
how I am.
Yeah.
I mean that's evolution, right? As we
Nah,
get
it
older,
is.
we get more mature and everything, and it's like we were all young at one point. We all remember what we did, and then as you're getting older, shit just starts to bother you a little bit
Break
more.
down
Yeah.
a little bit. Little nicks and crannies.
You know when you go anywhere and be like, turn that shit down. God damn, why is it so freaking loud in here, man?
I mean,
But
you right about
when
that,
you were
though.
young,
You
what-
right about that.
Turn it
Crank it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what for what? All the noise. For what?
This is brunch. Why y'all got a freaking DJ
I
in
can't
here?
talk. I'm trying to have a conversation here.
One mimosas.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not even 10 o'clock.
Why in the fuck I got a valet? God, all these
All
parking
these
spots right
open.
here.
I can't park my own car.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry,
feel you
Ryan.
on
I'll
that,
put some
though.
money in the tip jar.
I feel you on that though, dog. I feel the same way.
Swear
one,
jar
One of
that
my
shit,
Mexican spots on the south side, small parking lot.
Hold on, bro. You ain't got to bring race into this, man. This has
I was
nothing
talking
to
about
do.
Mexican food earlier.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, I'm just saying one of the Mexican spots. All these parking spots we valeting. You thought now it's 2:00. I
Right.
can't park my own car. Old fuddy duddies.
Yeah.
I get it. Now, last thing on NBA. Lakers. I know, last thing.
Nah, I'm
last
just joking,
thing,
I'm just
last
joking.
thing. Lakers won the in-season tournament, right? Some people care
And
about it.
hung
some
a
people-
banner.
And hung a banner. What are your feelings on that? Would you do it?
No.
Now, as the first one, maybe, just because it's the first one. But if anybody else that gets it, there's no reason to hang that banner.
No, but they did it because it's the Lakers, and they're trying to make it something. It's like, oh, well, let's just ride the back of a historic franchise. Stupid. What's the point?
It's the in-season.
You're going to tell me now that the All-Star game, which used to be for baseball, is going to decide who has home field advantage in Game 7 of the World Series? Hell no.
Right. Because the thing is it going to keep going? Like, is this in-season tournament
Yeah,
going
they
to keep
wanna-
going? After
they wanna
I'm
keep it
saying, though,
going.
like, after the commissioner looks at numbers
Mm-hmm.
and if the ratings were higher because of this and that and money, all that kind of stuff, they're going to make a decision. I mean, they may let it run for another 3-4 years or whatever, but it's going to come to a decision. Like, if it's not generating interest or money,
That's the key.
they're going to get rid of it. Like with the All-Star game, like the baseball
Mm-hmm.
game. Well, we want them to play harder, so it's going to determine who has home field advantage.
But they
They
say-
don't do that no more, though, right?
No.
No, hell no, they got rid of that. The same thing, like, but again, the winners of the tournament got how much more?
500.
It's 500K. 500K.
500.
To one dude, basically, on the Lakers, that money meant everything to
Yes.
him, right? Everybody else, that money doesn't matter.
No.
So
No.
how can you tell me that in-season tournament, like the only thing that's actually going to last from that, I don't give a shit about the banners or trophy or whatever, are those stupid courts. And I'm afraid that those stupid courts are going to get applied year round. I was like,
I hope not.
I can't even
I don't think
watch
they will.
basketball right now. It's hurting my eyes. I don't-
That-
terrible
I
to
don't
watch.
think they will.
That $500,000 for LeBron was like me doing a goddamn $100 scratch off.
Right. That's
They- So they did it with Alex Rodriguez when he signed his contract after he went to Texas, and they just did it with Ohtani. You do it with LeBron too. He makes that in a minute.
Yeah.
literally.
But it did create some competitiveness.
It did.
On the
I will give
Pacers
you that. Mm-hmm.
part. Like I mean, the Pacers aren't the team you look at and like consider them a championship contender.
And they
but
got to the finals.
They got to the finals, and I think because a lot of those guys don't have big contracts,
They wanted
Yeah.
that.
they wanted
They
it.
wanted that.
Oh, yeah.
You said that they were hungrier, but the Pacers have been trying to get rid of Miles Turner for a couple of years now, right?
Couple years.
I'll take my
Halliburton,
I'll
awesome.
take my
Right?
Turner here.
Buddy Hield, great 3-point shooter.
wanted him coming out
You
of
got
Oklahoma.
options on that team.
Yeah.
But
That's
then-
another team. They play no defense. They shoot.
No.
They gonna shoot it. They gonna shoot it. They gonna shoot it.
Hold on, did y'all say Halliburton? Like the
Halliburton.
company? Like Dick Cheney's company? Halliburton, really?
That's his last
That's
name.
his last name, Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese
He's,
Okay.
he's really good.
He is. He's
He's balling.
That's a great last name.
6'8" point guard.
Very strong.
6'8" point guard is a dog, man. He's been
Okay.
playing really well. He
Former King.
Yeah.
Yep. With the part. What part of that trade was it?
Mike Bibby?
Shout out to Mike. Hey, that was my squad.
Sabonis.
That was my squad.
Sabonis.
Yeah, it was for Sabonis. That's what it was.
Oh,
That-
old school.
Hey,
You see
that
how I
was my
went back,
squad,
right?
though. That was my
Mike Bibby.
squad. Yeah, that was my
Doug
squad.
Christie, Paige Stoyakovich.
Yes.
Bobby Jackson,
Bobby
Good
Jackson.
God.
Vlade Divac. That was my squad. I used to kill it on NBA Live.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was my Chris Webber
I
was
don't
the
know why
head.
people love them so much.
They
were-
Shaq always destroyed him. He
But
called
that's
them
But
why,
they were-
But that's why I did. That's why I liked them, and that's why I hated the Lakers.
It reminded you of the Lakers in the 80s with Magic and Kareem
Yeah.
and Michael Cooper and James Worthy because they were so fast and they were
the
you know,
Kings.
yes.
reminded you
That
of
squad.
the Showtime
I'm just
Lakers.
I'm talking about just how they played basketball.
and down.
They were up and down.
They were up and down.
Okay.
And then they got didn't they have white chocolate?
Jason Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Will.
Jay Will, man.
Yeah.
So you
Him
know
and
about,
Webber?
you know about him and Randy Moss, don't you? As far as how tight they were growing up together. What I didn't know though is that they won Player of the Year in the state of West Virginia for the opposite sports. So Randy was the receiver. Jason Williams was the quarterback. Jason
Oh,
Williams
wow.
got Player of the Year in football, and Randy got Player of the Year in basketball.
Gotcha.
And they went up opposite ways, and they still friends to this day though. They real tight. They
Sweet.
sound just alike.
Yeah,
Of
they
course,
do.
sound just
West
alike.
Virginia, yep.
Jason Williams went to the Gators for UF when Randy Moss was at Florida State, basically just down the road from one another, and then
Before
obviously going
getting
to
in
Marshall.
trouble with
Yeah.
Bobby and Bobby, yeah.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
Let me
How
see
we
your
doing on time?
Facebook. You good, man.
Doing okay?
We're gonna
You
do
said
like
you-
we did last time. Your Facebook.
What about it?
Can you open it up? I'm not gonna post anything. I just want to see the footage
Oh,
Sure.
and see the comments.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now that I have Wi-Fi, thanks, Mike.
Hey.
they're trying to get on that Wi-Fi for forever.
What? Capital? Is it four O's and two U's?
What is it? Power?
The little accent thing, man. You got to put that in there.
The
Grab that
teal
for
day.
me. Oh yeah, y'all sound good, boy. All right, go ahead, y'all.
But okay. Now let's get into our favorite segment.
Yes,
I
please.
highly recommend.
Yay, yay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Who want to kick it off?
I got a couple.
Let's do it.
I got a couple.
Let's do it.
Obliterated. I think we spoke about this in the past. Did you finish it?
I think I'm on like season 4. I'm not season 4, but episode 4 or something like that.
Very graphic, but still funny. Great late night watch. It's how do you describe it? Just a spy agency,
comedy. Yeah,
Flash with spy.
it's pretty good. It's a different take. Can I comment on that?
Sure.
On your,
Yes, please.
That is the most dingling I have seen
Oh, no.
outside of watching porn
Oh no.
in a regular movie.
Besides my own.
In a
Functions?
regular right in a regular movie like
yeah.
What is happening?
yes
yeah,
I'm just being real.
Leave it there
Sounds
though.
like
Just-
Spartacus.
but yeah.
Sounds
yeah.
like Spartacus.
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's scenes in it, but it's not dominated by that.
No,
But-
it's not.
okay,
but
yeah,
yeah,
I believe that. Okay, I got you.
What else? I just saw another comedian. Who did I watch? Trevor Noah has a new stand-up.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about Trevor Noah,
Shout out to
but
Trev.
I didn't know he
witty.
could do all those different accents.
I didn't either.
He has a perfect Trump impersonation somehow.
After all these years on the Daily Show, that's right.
His dad is Swiss and his mom is South African.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he would just go back and forth
yeah.
between. So I was like, wow, that was okay.
He's
Trevor
witty,
Noah's
man. He's witty. I like Trevor.
very smart.
Yeah.
And then I just saw somebody else's too. But please.
Oh, well, we're going to keep on the comedy thing. Ali dropped a new little side show because he's on tour now, Ali Sadiq. And we still going to make that happen, fellas?
Down in
March 5th?
Macon.
That's right.
Yeah,
We
down
going
in
to be
Macon.
down there March 5th.
Is that the
Come
one
see-
where the one you watched? He was in DC. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
watching
dope.
that.
It was
yeah.
dope. It was dope.
You sent me the picture of it.
Yes, that was gonna be my highly
Go
recommend.
ahead.
Yeah, he was still talking though.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was just piggybacking
cut
off
you
of
off? My fault.
Yeah,
No, I was just piggybacking.
We
off
always
the-
do that to each other.
I was just piggybacking off to the comedy. But go ahead on you.
No,
Nick.
go, man.
No, I was just piggybacking off comedy. I'm gonna go later. Go.
Yours is comedy, so.
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
so December 31st,
Mm-hmm.
like Dave Chappelle's got a new special coming out, Netflix special coming out.
Yes. Thank you.
And the cool part was, fingers crossed, we were there when they
that's
did
the one
it
y'all
at
went to.
State
Halloween.
Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween.
I
So
hope
I'm
it
thinking
does.
that's it. I'm
That's
thinking
what's
that's
up.
it. So y'all get to see.
It's got to be a majority of the footage at least.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah. So you're gonna get a chance to see Darnell Rollins, T.I., Kevin Hart, and then Dave
That
Chappelle
makes
if they
perfect
do it
sense.
that
Yeah, I
way.
was like, you think they're going to put him in there?
But that
think
would
so.
make perfect sense. That would get so
Kevin
many
Hart,
ratings
maybe.
for that Netflix
Yeah.
special. That Netflix special would go through the roof if they showed all three before him.
I
That
think
would be amazing.
they will because they're doing a lot. Like if you notice now, Netflix they're doing comedy specials with different comedians where they're not just doing one talent, they're doing more than one. So there could be it
A
could
lineup of group,
yeah, it could be
yeah.
a different spin that they're putting on it. And then I also highly recommend sticking with the comedy, the Kevin Hart and Chris Rock
I started it.
doc.
Yeah.
It's
so-
more like a documentary, y'all. It's not
Oh.
a it's not a comedy show per se, but it's them two going on a road and talking about their relationship and how close they were. And it's just amazing like how long Chris has been in the game and the people that he came up with when he was, when he was a youngin.
Yeah.
Days on Saturday Night Live, well, day or two on Saturday Night Live, and then they had a great story about how he got that with In Living Color. So because of In Living Color, so definitely check that out.
That's cool.
I think he was also in the preview, but in the episode, he was saying like once Kevin Hart got big, because Chris Rock is still touring. He's like, I have to look up to see if
Yep.
he's in the same set. I was like, I'm not trying to mess with him.
Yep.
But then they end up linking up. So yeah, no, give it a watch.
And then
It's a good
Dave Chappelle said, "Yeah, that's like he talked about like Jay-Z not looking for Drake dates when his album dropped. Like he looking to say, hold on, I don't want to drop it there.
Still-
Yeah,
Stay clear of this.
yeah. I would love when Chris Rock said, "Don't take meetings hungry."
Yes.
And I was just like, that makes perfect sense. He said, you take meetings when you hungry, you're bound to say some stupid shit because you hungry. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
So check that out. That was a good one.
Now it's funny you bring up Kevin Hart. I didn't realize they were doing the tour or whatever together. Saw a clip. Kevin Hart said he and Chris Rock were at a comedy show somewhere, and decided to test some material. So Kevin says he goes up.
Yeah.
You saw that?
That's in there.
It's in there.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool,
that
cool,
come
cool.
from that special.
Really? Okay. Yeah, that was really. I saw that clip somewhere. But as far as he went up and did his stuff, and him and Chris Rock were bouncing like, okay, that was pretty good. I'm gonna go up and do mine. Cool. I'm gonna go down there and watch you. Cool. They go upstairs to eat. All of a sudden, Dave Chappelle pops up. Oh yeah, I was gonna go on stage. Dave goes and does an hour and a half, and they look at each other at the same time, just ball up what they had material and just throw it like, yep. Never
Yeah,
mind.
they were at the
Gotta
comedy.
start,
I think
start over.
I think they were at the Comedy Cellar. I think
that's exactly
and
what they were, yep.
the host introduced them. He introduced Kevin Hart. He's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, we got a comedian coming to the stage, Kevin Hart," and the crowd was just like.
Okay.
You know, like the two clap when we
Yeah,
do trivia.
like,
They were
yeah.
like, and then Kevin Hart came out. He said, "Who the hell y'all thought was coming out? Like, y'all thought it was another Kevin Hart
Like,
coming
it's,
out?
It's actually me. Like
It was him.
It was real.
But no, that was a good special though. Yeah.
Okay,
I would have
cool.
reacted the same like during Halloween when we went to see Chappelle. It's like Chappelle's backstage, he's doing the introductions, he introduces Kevin Hart. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. I see two 7-foot
You're right.
bodyguards walking him out. I was like,
Right.
holy shit, it is
Yeah,
Kevin
that's
Hart.
right.
Right. That's a great point. You're
That's
right.
what's up. Tez, what you got?
Man, I've been watching this show on it's Max, I guess.
Okay.
It's called The Bookie.
Okay, I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's like a show, based on sports gambling.
Yeah.
And a bookie going around basically trying to find a new way to get his money from people after they build up a huge debt. You know, usually you get the knocking guys around or
with a baseball bat.
yeah. So he's trying to develop a new way. They actually got Charlie Sheen in it.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
that
Charlie
he had to
Sheen
go
gave
get
him a
Charlie.
watch.
Yeah,
And, they
I
set
heard
him
about
up.
that.
After he left the spot, they end up setting him up. A guy ran up to him trying to take the watch from him, and I mean, it's a pretty good show.
I
man.
heard about it. And that's what I heard about Charlie Sheen being in. That's what
Yeah.
somebody told me about it. Okay,
Yeah, he
book
was
it.
in like a little home or something. I don't know. They had him in a home, so he
Shout
had
out
to go
to Charlie
visit him
Sheen.
at the home. But
Charlie
pretty good
Sheen.
show, man. Other than that, I've been watching rap shit. I don't know if you ever heard about that. It's like a show based off the City Girls. Issa Rae, she produces it.
Well, I rock with her.
Yeah,
but
it's a pretty good show, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, for me on my end, I know I talk about Power every now and again. So Power's back in the building with the Raising Kanan series. It's pretty interesting already, man.
Yeah,
That's
already.
all I can say. Yeah, it's pretty interesting already. It's a lot of, you can see them building and comparing the characters from like the first book of Power when you saw Kanan and Jukebox and all that kind of stuff. They doing a good job as far as the character matching the building and where they building up to those characters. It's pretty good. And I watched The Whale yesterday with Brendan Fraser. Anybody up on The Whale?
Oh yeah.
You heard about that?
I know I know the movie you're talking about. I haven't seen him in the movie since
man.
Encino Man or something like
Nice.
The Encino Man
Well
was
done.
dope.
Good reference.
that. Oh yeah.
Weezo.
I had
Yeah.
a great date for Encino Man.
Did you?
Yeah, I was in Hawaii at the time. Oh yeah.
Encino Man was dope. I watched Encino Man.
Hopefully
anytime.
Tasha isn't listening right now.
But that was over 27 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like 90, 91,
That was a while
92.
ago.
Yeah.
And Encino Man was dope though. I was a youngster watching that one. That was good. With my man Weasel.
Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
Yes, Pauly Shore.
And shout out Brendan Fraser, The Mummy.
Yeah, I was just that's where I
That's
thought
why
you
I
were
went
going.
like this.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought you
Oh,
were
okay.
going to say.
And then I was like, oh shit, Encino Man. Okay.
But no, those mummy movies, I can watch any of those too. All of those, I can watch those anytime. Those are classics.
Sorry to interrupt. I do it all the time though, but I just thought about this.
So, are you sorry?
I'm not.
No, okay.
Trading Places is a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Trading Places.
Yeah.
I thought about that this morning. Like I was just
Okay.
I was just like, you know what? Yes, he had on the Santa Claus deal. Jamie Lee Curtis had a Christmas tree. Like that's a Christmas movie.
No doubt about it. No doubt. And it was snowing out and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I want to give you credit. I don't want to interrupt anybody. You're always talking about your Christmas love, 25 Days of Christmas, whatever you want to call it. I have now start to build a list of certain movies that I look forward to watching.
Okay.
But only Christmas themed.
Right.
So Trading Places is in there. I have Bad Santa.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I have
1 and 2.
I have
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
Which one you prefer?
2 because
Yes.
there was so many more
Yes.
murderous opportunities
Yes.
for the products and
Yes.
inventions and gadgets that he put together. Like, let's be real about it. That steel beam,
Should have killed him.
decapitation.
It should have
right?
killed him.
Yeah.
It should have killed him.
A paint bucket at that like angle, you got at least
Bust.
a dent in your face.
Right.
that.
Exactly.
The bricks from the top of the roof.
Falling through 3 different floors. That probably is still my favorite quote, at least from that one, where he just looks up and he's like, "Wow, what a hole!"
What a hole.
Fun fact about Home Alone. Home Alone 1 was never shot in that house.
Really?
They actually used a school gymnasium and built the inside of the house in the gymnasium.
I can believe
and
that.
that's where they filmed
Okay.
the movie
I've
actually.
always wondered what Mr. McAllister did because that house was huge and he had all them people in that house
Yep.
and was springing for the trips.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
did
he was
Mr. McAllister
Oh yeah, what
do?
did he
He
do?
was a
Yeah.
pusher.
Oh, was it?
It had
Oh
to be
yeah.
something.
Okay.
It had to
Okay.
be something.
That was they were from Chicago, right?
Yeah, they're from
so
Chicago.
you got a 7-bedroom plus house in like
Bro,
come on.
what, and you springing for all these trips. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all going trips. This ain't going down the street. Y'all going flying places.
First class to France?
You know what
Come
I'm
on.
saying? Like, come on.
Come on.
And all of a sudden, everybody's in Miami. All of a sudden, we're going to New York. Move it. Like, what? What? How does that happen? But, yo, keep it going. So, theme-wise, as far as Christmas movies, people say that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I disagree.
I get why they say that, but
It's a Christmas movie.
if you've seen the film, it's a Christmas
It's a
movie.
Christmas
Yeah.
movie all day long.
I agree.
Lethal Weapon.
That's about to go Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Same thing.
No
Happened
doubt
around
about
that
it.
same time. Happened around Christmas. So yep.
The whole thing is Christmas, basically. They got Christmas music. lights
True.
everywhere.
Yep.
They got
Because
Christmas
Mel Gibson
everywhere.
had lights in his trailer too, didn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
did. It's a Christmas movie all day long. I gotta think of another one.
One of the Fridays is
Friday,
Oh, yeah.
Friday after next.
Right.
That's
a Christmas
Ricky
movie.
Smiley, right?
Yeah.
Ricky
Yep.
Smiley
And
with
he-
Santa, right?
yep.
Yeah.
That's
Good-
perfect.
good
Yeah,
job, y'all.
It's a few of them out there.
God.
That's just not, the cartoon or the bouncy Christmas movies. Some Christmas movies out there for you. Now.
Yeah.
Got some real ones.
Damn, I can't remember the name of it now, but I think Silent Night maybe. They turned
That horror movie?
Yeah, they turned
Yeah.
into a little bit of a horror film. If
Yeah.
you like
Okay.
horror movies, but
Silent Night.
he tries to be
You said horror movies?
Horror.
horror.
Oh, horror.
Am I saying it wrong?
Oh, all I heard was horror movies.
Horror.
Big fan of those as well. Yeah, I can't. He's basically Santa, right?
Yeah.
And he's just going around
Shellacking.
doing stuff. Yeah, go check out the film.
So Matthew said, I believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but Bruce Willis made it very clear that it is not a Christmas movie, according to
Shout out
Bruce
to
Willis.
Matt Rainey.
Yes.
But if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to call it out. Bruce Willis has dementia, so he might not.
Wow.
Listen,
Too soon,
listen.
man.
I was
Too
gonna say
soon.
something along those lines, but
Too
you got me beating
soon,
to it.
y'all.
But he
bad.
might not know.
Matt, they said it.
He might
Yeah, no, I
not
said it.
know.
Ryan said Violent Night.
That's it. I think that's what it is, right?
Is it Violent Night, or is this?
That's what Ryan said. Violent
I
Night.
believe Ryan.
All right, check out Violent.
That's
I
a horror movie.
Horror movie.
The DC accent. That's
There
what
you
it
go, horror.
Horror movie. Okay. Now,
is. Suits is going well, by the way.
Yes.
I'm on season 7 now.
yeah, I got to get on that Suits train. I got to
Yeah.
get on the Suits train. I keep
The,
hearing
the
about it.
crossover is just
Outside of
absolutely
just
amazing.
y'all, I hear about it all the time.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry. Hartman is in
I'm still mad at you, by the way. I'll tell you why.
Oblivion.
Is he?
Is that Hartman? Jessica is Pearson, and then Hartman.
Yeah, Daniel
he's
Hartman.
He's in Obliterated.
Obliterated, yes.
Yeah.
He was also in Billions.
Yes.
A lot of other characters were referenced. I just saw at the end of season 6, I believe, they mentioned Axelrod.
Okay.
That's a obvious name from Billions.
Yeah.
But
What you mad at me for? Let's get it off.
because you
Get
called
off.
me Louis Litt.
Oh, when?
Cut.
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead. If you've seen the show, he is a very important character. But
Very.
he's just a weak-minded individual. And I was
No,
like,
no,
man.
I never. Yeah,
I didn't
not
mean
that
it like
perspective.
that.
Yeah, I ain't mean it like that.
Okay, all right.
He just was
Yeah.
saying. He didn't mean it.
Hey, we'll be right back after this.
Please stand by.
After this moment,
Yeah, I didn't realize how weak he was gonna be, man.
Thanks.
which further proves his point. Like he's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah, I'm
my
like,
bad.
what the hell, man?
My bad. Let's keep it moving.
All right.
Come on, you the lead. Let's go.
bowl season, college bowl season.
Go Tech.
Very,
Uh,
yeah, they
Tech.
got down yesterday.
Yeah.
They got down. They were down 17-0 the first.
Yeah.
And came back and didn't give up any more points. That's
throw.
legit. That's legit for Tech. That's good business for them. What we got today? These names for these bowls games are out of control nowadays.
Emerald.com Nut Bowl.
You know what I'm
Who gives a
saying?
It's crazy.
I mean, that's Spartan. Hey, you'll put any name on it. That if they paying money,
They paying, yeah, I
hey,
get it. Like today, we got Troy and Duke with the 76 Birmingham Bowl,
nice.
Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah,
Malik Murphy committed to Duke.
yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it?
Crazy.
That's interesting. That's a lot of commit. It's a lot of decommitting and flip flopping going on right now as far as these kids going to these colleges. The portal's going crazy. Colorado got the best portal transfer again. Georgia still got the number 1 recruit, but they got 10 people, 12, 15 people in the portal. But that's also like Bama. They turn over 4- and 5-star athletes all day long. So if you leave, that means you just don't want to compete. I feel like you don't want to compete.
Now we got another bowl, the Johnny Max Chitlin Bowl.
Oh, not
Nice.
the Max Chitlin Bowl.
That's crazy.
Where could people view that one?
Hey, that's in Louisiana. on got their Tubi.
There it is.
That's insane. Yeah.
On Tubi. Exclusive.
Exclusively on Tubi.
With Tony Gonzalez doing the commercial for you.
That's funny.
Isn't Tubi the Super Bowl commercial that got everybody last year?
Yeah.
Right?
Nah, it wasn't Tubi.
Nah,
it was
Netflix or something?
damn, what was it?
Y'all remember? Because everybody was freaking out.
Was
like,
it Roku?
Roku.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Roku,
who got the remote?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
That was a good one. That one's gonna last for a while.
Yeah.
Now, All right, bro.
Don't be surprised. There's going to be another version.
They're gonna do it
this
again.
year.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Everybody thought that was brilliant. They kept doing it.
Do you care that we get to play Georgia in the Orange Bowl?
Absolutely not.
I don't care either.
But if we're doing this, I'm going to give a shout out to the great season that the Florida State Seminoles had.
Yeah.
Jordan Travis, I wish you the best. I hope you have a healthy recovery.
Yeah, man.
If you want to continue to pursue football, best of luck to you in the NFL.
Yeah.
But to Jared Verse, who's going to be a top 10 pick.
Yep.
To Keon Coleman, who's going to
Trey
be
Benson.
a first round pick. Trey Benson's a first round pick.
Yes, sir.
Johnny Wilson's a second round pick.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to everybody in the draft. But I hope realistically, and I know that there's too much money on the line, so they'll never do it. But I hope Florida State walks out for the coin flip. They shake Georgia players' hands. They walk off the field and don't even play the game.
Yeah.
So
fine
there's I saw something last night, I think, or this morning about the ACC and Florida State suing the. What's that story?
Trying to leave the conference.
So, long story short, because the ACC, after Clemson's dominance, and before Clemson, it was Florida State, and Florida State's back on the rise again. Who else is legitimate in that conference?
And nobody.
With all due respect to Georgia Tech and everybody else.
Nobody.
Nope.
So they basically handcuffed Florida State because Florida State has always been flirting with the SEC, or the SEC for basically the last 20 years. They handcuffed them by putting a $125 million buyout fee.
Yeah,
on
okay.
it. So now there's two numbers that you might have seen. The other one is like $572 million.
seen that one.
So they're like countersuing for, I don't know, like damages or something else.
Yep.
But basically, the College Football Committee told us that by going undefeated, that does not matter. You are still going to be excluded from the playoff.
Yep.
We know what happened with Georgia and Alabama. Texas beat Alabama. They also had a loss, but their loss was to Oklahoma. They can get in the playoff, but your strength of schedule absolutely does not matter. So it's like, why would we want to stay in this conference?
Right.
It's time to go now.
Yep.
To the point of we're losing recruits over it.
Yes.
Some have flipped to other schools and whatnot. It is what it is, but don't be surprised if Florida State is part of the SEC as soon as next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's, I mean, as
Because
far as the
there's two
ACC,
conferences left that only matter.
Yep,
At this
that's
point,
it.
it's the SEC and the Big Ten.
That's it.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to recruiting wise, athletes, Florida State's always been right there with the SEC. The only thing that's different is coaching and maybe quarterback play.
Yeah.
I would really want to see it now because let's not kid ourselves. The SEC isn't top to bottom.
No.
Yes, it's SEC football at the end of the day,
Top heavy.
but
Very.
let Florida State play the Vanderbilts and other teams of the world. Like,
Waxing.
damn, 49-7?
Waxing.
Like, the talent's always been there. It's just, unfortunately, we've been in a watered-down conference.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Hurricanes. Never won an ACC title.
There you go. That's big business right there.
So
fellas.
will
We
the
like that.
next year's playoff with the 12 teams, is that gonna make a difference? Like, y'all think
Yeah,
it'll make a
because
difference?
you have to now play essentially 4 to 5 games extra
Yep.
after your season.
Yep.
So if look at the bracket for a 12-team playoff, you're going to have at least 4 games just to get to the national championship. So now you're playing 17 games, but they're student athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's why they're getting paid now.
Right.
It's like there's no, student athletes. Okay.
Student,
They're
okay.
Not necessarily, they used to be called amateurs. They're not amateurs anymore. Even Deion said that these aren't amateur players anymore in college. Not true.
Did you see Arch Manning compared to Brock Purdy, of how much Brock Purdy's making and how much Arch Manning's making?
No, but it's insane, I'm
It's
sure.
it's insulting, really, what it is.
Yeah.
Arch Manning, the Manning's kid.
Yeah,
Manning
he's
kid?
at Texas.
So he's Cooper's son.
Okay.
That's
He's a
boy.
freshman.
Okay, Cooper is the one that didn't play in the
Yeah,
league.
he was
Okay.
He was a
was-
freshman, I
$3
guess.
million in NIL, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
Damn.
college kids are making now.
Yeah.
But Brock Purdy,
Damn.
who's one of the MVP frontrunners, who was
As-
the last pick in the draft, is making
800, 900.
yeah, $750,000 maybe.
Damn.
That's the NFL contracts. The lower you get drafted, you're not getting much.
But I'm sure
regardless.
Purdy probably got him some good endorsement deals.
I mean, yeah, he probably got some stuff
Yeah,
out there
fair.
now.
but
doubt-
you're
no
saying
doubt
playing
about
for
it.
football, though.
But that check
But,
coming in the mail.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Oh yeah.
it's coming.
He gonna get his money, especially he keep playing the way he's playing. But that's a perfect example as far as getting his money, changing players. Caleb Williams, not the same guy, man.
No.
He is making a lot of money. A lot of money.
So does the 12-team playoff eliminate the bowls?
No, if anything, it actually just utilizes a couple more
Yeah.
and makes them a little more important.
Yeah, those bowl games will actually be more prominent now.
So the bowl games will be the 12 teams.
yes.
Oh,
they'll still
okay.
call it
Okay.
bowl.
I
They'll
got
still call
you.
it a so-and-so bowl.
Okay, I
or
got you. I got you.
Orange Sugar Bowl. All that
Because
good stuff.
I was saying that because like it seems like right now if you're not top 4 teams playing in the playoffs and NCAA football, those other games are obsolete. They don't matter.
Yeah,
like why play them? Like that's like playing the Pro Bowl. Like
But
what are we
that's
playing it for?
That's how a lot of those guys feel. That's why they don't play in those
Got
games.
you. Okay.
Opt
unless
out,
they
get ready for
playing,
the draft.
unless they playing in the playoff.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they play. Yeah, Florida State, we're not gonna have it. If they do decide to play the game, half the stars won't be playing.
Nah.
You know, they get like you just said, getting ready for the draft.
Because Carson Beck said he was playing,
Well, he's coming back.
and he's coming back next
Yeah,
year
he's
too.
got a
So
whole defense like they got like
For what?
7 players in the portal that probably won't play.
For what?
Yeah.
For what? Get risk injury? That's really what they're thinking about. Risk injury for what? Their game don't mean anything. I'm gonna go out here and just play around. Just say I played in the Sugar Bowl. Say I played in the Cotton Bowl or played in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Like who cares?
or the Chitlin Bowl.
The Chitlin Bowl.
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
I'm
like,
hungry.
But I mean, it's gonna be a few good games to watch. But
There's definitely gonna be a clause in there for that Florida State suit of it's like, what if we finish 13 next year? Hell no, kick one of them out.
Right.
Put Florida State
Yep,
in.
absolutely.
We got a damn free ticket.
Who was it that say that's leaving the ACC too? Maryland just left.
Maryland been gone.
No,
Maryland?
not Maryland. It was who was it? Somebody else. It was no. They paid. They were talking about how they paid to leave. All the money that Maryland has.
Again, the conferences don't matter because joining the ACC next year is Stanford, which is on the West Coast, and Cal. At this point, why do we have names for it? If you want to go jurisdictionally, you might as well just have a north, south,
north,
east,
yeah,
west.
east,
Like,
west,
come
yeah.
on.
Awful. But you're gonna have 2 main conferences, like you said. That's gonna be the end of it.
I'm not mad about it though because I think we
Me
all used
neither.
to do it in the NCAA video games, the
Yes.
little conference realignment.
Absolutely.
You make those Super 16s, you know, the power conferences. You need if you want to stick with the Power 5, just make sure you load up in those, and it's just against everybody else.
Speaking of Stanford, I was at the Pro Bowl. I mean, not the Pro Bowl, but the Aloha Bowl in Hawaii back in the 90s when Georgia Tech played Stanford.
How fun
And
was that
Stanford had Tommy Vardell, fullback, 44, I want to say, or running back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were there.
Nice.
It's just
just
stuff be
pop-
coming
just
back.
pop-
Yeah,
pop in.
that's one thing about being my age, like
random-
experiences in
random
life.
stuff.
Like stuff comes out.
Nostalgia just pop in right just that quick. I hear you.
Like Encino Man, and it took me to that movie with
took you back
with
then.
Shouty. Oh yeah. look,
But-
yeah, you ain't playing with that one, huh?
No, I'm actually just trying to think of now. Like I used to watch Encino Man all the time, but there was other movies on VHS. If you don't know
Shout
what that
out
is,
to the VHS, baby.
that I just wore out by rewinding and watching it over again. The Water Boy.
That was
Yeah.
that was
Couple
those
Yeah.
horror movies.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
WH. No, I'm kidding.
No, Waterboy was forever classic for me. Bobby Boucher in the building.
History of the World Part 1 on
Encino-
VHS.
Encino Man, like 93, 92.
Nah, it's like 92, 90, 91, 92.
Yeah, it's something around that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. That's real. So you talk about the 12-team playoff. I'm excited for it. More parity, opens it up a little bit more room for upsets.
Some of those matchups are going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, no doubt about what I'm saying. Like more rooms for upsets, matchups you never would have thought you would have seen.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the
So you
12-team
seeing
playoff.
some of the schedules next year?
Yeah.
I mean,
Man.
you're gonna need it. Like Georgia
Yes.
got a gauntlet.
Georgia, Bama, Texas, they all got
Yeah.
gauntlet. It's gonna go crazy, and the SEC is gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a blood. They're gonna knock each other out. It's gonna be crazy.
So it's safe
This
to
is
say
the
one
fir-
loss.
Yeah,
More than one loss,
Everybody
may get
getting
you in.
one. I think
Oh,
everybody getting a loss.
I don't
Yeah.
see anybody.
Nobody's
going
running the
undefeated.
table.
Yeah, everybody getting a loss,
That's
man.
good.
At least. And
That's
what
good.
we
That's good for
It is
college
the year
football.
of Oklahoma and Texas as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be real in the SEC now.
Yikes.
It's gonna be real.
I can see Texas competing though, but Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. They
No,
handle
they're going to learn.
defense
They haven't played defense in forever. They're going to learn real quick.
forever. They gonna learn. They gonna learn. And every time they made the playoff, what happened?
Smoke.
Smacked.
Yeah.
Smacked. So I like you say, I can see Texas making some moves and winning some games because they had a decent schedule this year. They won some games and beat Bama, of course, or whatever. But yeah, Oklahoma gonna have a tough road.
It's tough.
That's a tough road for Oklahoma, man.
Did what's his name? Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers.
Did he declare yet?
Yeah, no, I think
Not
he's
yet.
coming back. I
Not
heard
yet.
he was
Yeah,
coming back.
and I think Archie said he gonna
Archie's gonna sit behind him again.
He said Archie said he's not going nowhere.
I said he's
Right, he
transferring.
should, right?
I'm saying he's transferring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
he
does.
sit
Probably
behind
once
for
he
2
announces
years.
it, yeah.
Come on.
I don't know, man. Archie seems to really like it in Texas.
Yeah, maybe he will sit. I mean, that's why Malik
2
Murphy
years?
he left.
Yeah,
Well-
Malik Murphy did leave.
I guess keep him fresh. You play behind him for 2 years. You only got to play one season of college football, and you go straight to the draft.
They gonna bring it. Yeah, he gonna get drafted. You know that, whether regardless of how he plays, because
It's off of his name.
He's a Manning, right?
Yeah, if Mitch Trubisky can play 1 year and get drafted in the first round, Arch Manning's gonna. That's gonna
He's a
happen.
Manning.
Why'd you have to do that, man?
I'm just
Right
saying.
here.
I'm sorry. It wasn't to take a shot. I'm just saying.
You could have said anybody else.
He was
Cam.
the first one that popped in my mind that played 1 year.
Everybody.
He played 1 year. He just popped in my mind. So
Could have said Cam.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of quarterbacks you could have said. You didn't have to do
Cam
that,
won a
man.
Heisman though.
But you still didn't have to.
It
Cam-
wasn't.
You
It
still
wasn't.
didn't have to.
it
Cam
wasn't
won a
personal.
Heisman, Rookie of the
Low
Year,
blow,
and
man.
MVP.
And a nat.
You
They
right.
didn't, they didn't win.
You right.
They won that championship. No, they didn't. Did they win the national
Yeah,
championship?
yeah, they did. At that one, after he had that 1 year at Auburn, that was one of the best runs you'll ever see, though.
Auburn.
When it came to
War Eagle,
War
that. I
Eagle.
still don't get that.
He had a pretty good draft class.
but they're called the Tigers.
They got a.
Yeah, I still don't get that.
Mary, can
There's
you
a story
explain
about
why?
Malik could tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, he could.
Oh,
tell
yeah,
you.
he went to Auburn.
Yeah, he went to Auburn. Yeah,
Well, I'll check
it's
it
a
out.
story about
I'll
it.
ask him
It's
next-
about
I'll ask
it's
him
about
next
an eagle. So
I'll ask
Dad,
him next time.
I went to Auburn. Oh, you did. That's right.
I'll ask him about that next time I see him. So, with that being said, even though you,
ladies and gentlemen, here's Malik. No.
Charles Barkley.
we'll take it to the NFL now.
Yes.
So we got the playoff push coming. 3 games left.
It's the final countdown.
It is. I feel like my Falcons blew it last week, and this is officially the first time I'm like, go ahead and get Arthur up out of here.
Do you remember how heated you were?
Because it's talking about Sunday.
Yeah, Mike,
I believe it.
Mike can't,
I believe it, bro. I'm in Colorado like this. Like, gotta be kidding me.
I'm off the Ritter bandwagon.
To the
like I'm
Panthers.
off of that. Like,
I still
And-
don't
and-
understand where you were throwing.
and he said it. He said it after, not after the game, but in another interview that was the worst pass of his life that he's ever thrown.
Yeah.
And he,
Yeah,
he,
I can
he's
believe it.
correct.
Does
Like,
that make you feel better?
no, I'm just saying. At least
He recognized.
it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? He didn't make an excuse about coverage or nothing like that. But I'm off the Ritter train, 100%.
Because he's back on the
I'll
bench.
help you down. I'll help you down.
Yeah,
sir,
I'm-
'cause
It's a
a
wrap.
couple
He's-
weeks ago for me, man. Just turnovers and the decision making. It just come on, man. You blew too many games, man.
And like even
There's no reason we
the
should
whole
have 10
team,
wins.
the team as a whole, man. Even with Bijan, I know he's a rookie, but you gotta hold on to the ball, man.
he's
And we
had
had
some
we were in
issues.
situations where we should have had points on the board, but we turned the ball over.
Yep.
And that goes back to coaching with Arthur Smith, not instilling discipline into these guys, and horrible play calling on his part. So the sad part about it is you're not mathematically out of it
No,
yet.
that's what makes
So
it so
you
bad.
still got to
That's what makes it so
goddamn,
bad.
push. But I was talking to, who was I talking to? I was talking to someone from 680, and he said the thing about the Falcons and radio, from a sports radio perspective, is that the team either has to be good or they have to be bad in order for people to talk about them. The Falcons are always right there in the middle, and that nobody cares about that middle part.
that's true.
And that's the thing about our Falcons,
That's
is
true.
that we're just so mediocre, man.
That's true. The times that we were winning 13 games and stuff like that, they were talking about us, and that's because there's something to talk about.
And we're never 1-16.
No.
We're-
We always pick around from
Hey.
12, 13, 14 in the draft. We always pick around there.
As a Dolphins fan, and the Bears can attest to it too, you don't want to be there.
No, I know,
All right?
yeah.
First and foremost, you don't want to be there. I think the last time you guys were all the way down there, you were able to get Matt Ryan,
Yeah.
right? That was the.
Matt
But we
Ryan.
traded up though too, didn't we?
Not from Matt.
No, I think you just
Third, right?
you just earned that
Second
one.
or third.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
second pick, second round. He was second overall pick.
That was 2007 against
Eight, yeah.
or 2008. Jake Long went 1 to the Dolphins, and
Yep.
Matt Ryan went 2.
Okay.
So it's just like you don't always want to be down there, but
Yeah, now
it's
we earned,
understandable.
and we earned that pick. The other times we went up to how we traded up.
Yeah. Okay.
So, it's very mediocre, man. And
You trade up for Pitts too.
Pitts was
We traded up for Vic.
fourth. No, we didn't have to trade up for him.
Nah.
We traded up
we
for
were
Vic.
bad that year. We were just bad that year. Now Vic, we did trade up for. I remember that was Tim Dwight and
LaDainian Tomlinson.
yep, there was Tim. That was a swap.
Drafted LaDainian Tomlinson and then flipped him for Vic, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
And we gave him Tim Dwight. Return man,
Tim Dwight.
Tim Dwight, yep.
Kick return in the Super Bowl.
He just ran straight
He
ahead.
did straight ahead. That just opened up. It opened up. He
But
did.
we got the Colts coming in tomorrow.
we do.
Winnable game.
Jonathan Taylor, what's his name? Running
Jonathan
back.
Taylor's back.
He's supposed to come back
Yeah,
tomorrow.
of course he's coming
So
back against us.
The Colts are also tied with the Texans and the Jaguars for the AFC South lead.
Yeah.
How?
I-
Gardner Minshew?
Gardner Minshew Mania. He's been balling out there, and
You have to win the game.
yeah,
We have to.
Period. There's
We have
no
to.
ifs, ands, or buts about it.
If you don't,
We're 6-8, man.
Arthur Smith is done.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right.
It was a report today that said he has to finish the season strong to even have a chance of coming back. Even if you went out, I still say I don't know. I'm like you with the play calling and the decision making as far as
If
clock management, all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't look
if
good
you
right
can
now.
somehow win out with this flip flopping of Heineke and Ritter and the ineptitude of the play calling and everything in between,
Yeah,
if he leads you to the playoffs, okay, I can understand why he stays. But if you don't, and it's a big if, you're done.
yeah.
kind of. It reminds me like so. I saw a stat with Arthur Smith when he was in Tennessee. All he did was hand the ball to Derrick Henry
Mm-hmm.
Why would
and
you not?
play action pass to who was their wide receiver then?
At that time,
Yeah,
AJ Brown.
AJ
Chris Davis maybe
could have been,
Davis,
but
yep.
that's all he did. Like
Yeah.
majority of the time, they were running the freaking ball.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't a lot.
it wasn't a lot. They didn't do a
Mm-hmm.
lot in Tennessee. It reminded me when we traded for Peerless Price, and Eric Mose was the number one receiver in Buffalo,
Eric Mose.
but.
Shout
Peerless got all the catches because they were doubling him, and we was just like, "Oh my goodness,
Peerless
Peerless
Price.
Price got 100 catches."
Shoot, that fool came
Get
over
to
here,
Atlanta.
50
Nothing.
catches.
Ski mask, give me that money. goddamn.
50
Yeah.
catches, 800 yards, 50 catches, 700 yards.
But we
3
were
touchdowns.
bamboozled by Arthur Smith, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And I go
mean,
back and say, as
The
a
chicane.
GM, Leroy
Terry.
Terry.
Leroy
Leroy.
Fontenot.
Leroy Fontenot.
No, that's a great name.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah,
It's the
let me call
lady. Leroy Fontenot.
But they said that GMs pick their own coaches.
A majority of the time. yes.
And
Majority of
he
the time,
did not.
he did not. Arthur Smith was hired first,
Yep.
and then we got Leroy, aka
Correct.
Terry.
Terry.
Thanks to
I was thinking about.
Dimitrov.
I was literally thinking about that last night.
Terry Dimitrov.
It feels like that sometimes.
No, you're correct. That they usually do get the pick, but he got here after.
So,
Woods.
like I said, I was thinking about this last night. It's funny you brought it up. So, in that situation, can Fontenot fire Arthur Smith, or does it have to be?
with Blank's blessing.
I mean, yeah,
guess,
but I mean, how does that go? You ain't even in that situation, like with a GM or a head coach with a quarterback. If I didn't draft you, it's easy for me to move off of you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I get it as Fontenot, and I'm going out Arthur Blank and like, hey, it's time, dog.
I would say that a majority of the time the GM gets to pick their coach, but I think it's more now in today's game that the head coach gets to pick his quarterback.
Okay.
So if you have a new head coach coming in, that basically guarantees you're going to be drafting a quarterback.
Oh, got you. Okay.
The link, the marriage, the connection, if you will.
What's
It's
his
like
name?
y'all can go down together, kind of thing.
What's the offensive coordinator for Detroit?
Ben
Ben
Johnson.
Jones. Ben Johnson. You saw how much money he wants?
Yeah.
We
Well,
got that 13 years,
15 million.
15 a year.
a
He
year.
want 15 mil.
Okay, well you're not going to get that.
You're
so.
not gonna get that, man. I understand
You can
know,
start
I've
the
been playing good on
negotiation
offense in
somewhere.
Detroit. Last 2 years, y'all was surprised on offense.
$1
Got Jared
million.
Goff.
Okay.
Like, come on, bro. Like 15. Like I was thinking, you can be. We don't even know if you're a good head coach at this point.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
talking about you want 15 million a year? That's a bold statement, sir.
No, I think it was probably misinterpreted. You probably want a 3-year contract for a total value of 15 million.
That's what it should
That-
be.
That missed
15
the
a year.
decimal point. It was
Yeah.
1.5.
That's what it should be.
1.5.
That's what it should be.
Hold on. So
Exactly.
can I throw this question out
Throw
there?
it.
What y'all gonna do with Justin Fields?
Send him to us. Hope.
I think they're gonna trade. I think they're gonna trade him. I don't want them to,
Send him
because
here.
me personally, I don't think
Yep.
there's any prospect.
What he's
that's-
showing right there.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Well, you got to right your wrongs.
And you can have number 7 too, Justin. I will make sure Bijan gives you that number.
DJ Moore said that he wants him.
it.
Right?
Yeah.
He wants him to return.
Yeah.
DJ Eaton.
DJ Eden.
Eaton.
Have you already declined his 5th-year option?
No.
There's still time.
Yeah, still
Right?
time.
There's still time.
I think these last 3 games is going to help the Bears if he plays well. Like,
You're going to have 2 picks in the top 10.
yeah,
That's
man.
already going to help the
Shout
Bears.
out to Carolina, and I was kind of upset. The Falcons lost that game. Like,
Man.
Yeah. But look, but look,
Upset
how,
everybody.
Help me.
yeah, help me.
as a Bears fan, like, how does your fan base feel about Justin Fields?
It's 50-50.
Yeah, I think it's very mixed.
A lot, like
Hate it or love it. The game.
under the comments, you see quarterback 1. That's my quarterback, and then you also see comments about him not being able to read defenses or make enough throws. But then you see viral clips of him throwing the ball downfield and Robert Tonyan dropping a wide open pass.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him at his absolute best against the Dolphins when he's running for 200+ yards, and McDaniel's like, "Aren't you tired? Stop!
Stop.
This is enough."
Yeah, stop.
So you can see what his ceiling is, but regardless of who he's with, between the Falcons, the Bears, anybody else, he has the talent. It just
Coaching, I think. I mean, it's a lot. It's a
And
lot
then you
to
get
do
new
with
coaches
system.
every year. Get a new coach. new
Yeah,
system.
I think he's a great enough talent where you can create an offense for him, like Lamar. Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
But my thing, the whole thing is they promoted him as a runner because he can run. But
they
at
want
Ohio
him to
State,
pass.
he was slinging that thing. He
can
wasn't
throw the
running at
ball.
Ohio State.
Yeah, he's a downfield thrower.
He is.
and they want him to make these
Intermediate
throws and
check
different
downs,
reads.
yeah.
And, like, he's not-
But you gotta have a coach that can put a scheme together to where their players are open.
Yep.
You look at San
Route
Francisco.
combinations.
You look at freaking Miami.
Shanahan's a different breed, though.
But I'm
But
saying-
even your man in Miami.
Mike
McDaniel, yeah.
But it came Shanahan tree.
Yeah.
But you're talking the motions and the route combinations and make some of the stuff easy.
I saw that clip of y'all coach where he said, "Oh, this is about to go deep."
It's a
To
guaranteed
play.
touchdown.
he said that he saw it like he
That was so funny. He
One
saw the
play-
setup. He was
one play
like,
drive.
it was
Yeah.
funny. He was like,
Yeah.
snap of the ball, throw it. Whew.
because
Touchdown.
he
saw the
understands,
look.
he sees it. You know what
saw
I'm
the
saying?
look and said,
And even as Tyreek Hill,
I believe that's his name.
Tyreek, I be messing names up. Like, y'all know the ball going to him. Why y'all can't check him? Because the freaking scheme that they put together.
On
And we
top
don't
of the-
do that.
On top of the speed, like you get Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waller going on a deep cross, who gonna catch them running across the field?
Nobody.
You know
If
how
you in man, there's no way.
Do you know how upset I was last week? I was so upset. I said that I wish Sean Payton was in Atlanta.
Oh.
That's how bad it got for
Sean
me.
Payton may wish
Can
that he
you
was
can
in
you
Atlanta.
imagine though? Like
That's a
You said what, Champagne? What?
to
May
say that
wish
out
that he
loud.
was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Could-
he was on Russell's.
Bro, that's not the
ass.
first time. I don't like when he does that.
Me
yo.
neither. I mean,
You
it's-
doing that man like he a child. That's
Yeah.
a grown man out here. And Russell's soft spoken, so he ain't gonna. All he gonna do is nod. But it's like, come on, man. I don't like that when he does that.
Going back to what you just said about Sean Payton, that's already a lot from a Falcons fan to
Yeah.
a former Saint. But don't forget who Sean Payton is. Not was, still same guy.
Yeah.
The same guy that is beefing with Russell Wilson, responsible for the bounty gate.
Yeah.
Y'all forget about that?
I don't.
But I'm saying from an offensive minded
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 100%.
He can run a freaking offense. He can put an offense together.
There-
You see
Play
how
calling, all that.
Yes.
There's very few orchestra conductors in
Yeah.
the NFL.
He is
but
one of
going back to the
glad
original
you said
question,
that.
huh?
I'm glad you said that.
Right, there's very
like,
few, though.
just watching the game and watching the plays that are being called is like Madden. Mm-hmm. It's like the Bears hired a coach who was a coordinator under Aaron Rodgers. Like, come on.
What does that do?
Aaron
That means
Rodgers
nothing.
calls his own offense.
All
Like, it's
the time.
Matt LaFleur.
Been
and,
doing it.
And I mean, Matt
Since
LaFleur,
McCarthy.
to me, is a great offensive mind. I think he is because he's under the Shanahan tree.
Yep.
So, I mean, even to see Jordan Love doing what he's doing
Yep.
now, even without Christian Watson on a weekly basis, you can tell that
They're five deep at receiver, though.
Yeah. They
You might
beat
not know their names,
Jalen Reed,
but they got
Wick.
five.
Yeah, they got
Romeo
some guys.
Dobbs,
Wicks.
Romeo
everybody.
Dobbs, Yep. Them boys
Yeah.
can play.
Can you imagine number 2 having this freaking offense that we got now?
Defense.
And it's the
Or this defense, yeah, because their defense, just
And
like the
even-
last
yeah.
game, we for all field goals.
Can you imagine that, man?
Man,
But anyway,
it's
uh,
about when you draft it, right? It's about when you get in the league.
Jesse Bates deserves some Defensive Player of the Year
Yes,
love.
he does.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he does.
But I think you also just answered your own question as far as the orchestra conductor, the offensive genius minds.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Arthur Smith.
nah.
Nope, they tried to paint it as that. They tried
Go
to
ahead
put
and
a mask
clock out
on
for
him.
me, big dog.
Right, exactly.
They
Let me
put-
get that
They
key.
tried to put that mask on him when we hired him, as far as saying the offensive mind and all this and this and what he did at Tennessee. He had more weapons here, but like you said,
Who's
all
his,
he did was running and play action. That's
Who
it.
was his tight end in Tennessee? Austin Hooper?
Oh,
From
talking about-
Atlanta,
When he was in?
I think so.
Yeah, he had
He
Jonnu
had-
Smith also, right?
He had who?
Smith also.
Jonnu Smith, yeah.
Jonnu
Yeah, he
Smith.
had Johnu. That's why he brought Johnu over, and he had the end of Delaney Walker.
Delaney
That's what it was.
Walker, yeah.
I was like, he had a big
Delaney
time
Walker
tight
was
end.
my
though.
Delaney Walker was my guy. I used to get him in
baller.
fantasy
Yeah.
all the time. That was my
And just
guy.
like we always say, just breaking it down, just because you were a great player in the NFL does not mean you're going to be a good coach.
True.
Just because you're a good offensive or defensive coordinator does not make you a great head coach.
agree.
Some people are built for that position. Let's go to Dallas with
Josh
Dan Quinn.
McDaniels.
Yep.
Dan Quinn came to it. He was a defensive guy. They said, let's bring him to Atlanta. We made a little run with Quinn. Got rid of him. Now he's in Dallas
Had the
with a
best defense.
beast defense because that's his focus. And when you promote somebody from there, even in business,
Yeah.
just because you're a great server doesn't mean you're going to be a great manager. You know what I'm saying?
Leader-
and
leader
that's
of men.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
a good
what
point.
that's what you have to be able to do. Even your coach, I don't even think your coach was a coordinator, was he?
McDaniel?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's last. I think.
But he wasn't one of those coordinators that everybody was just like,
Oh,
he,
we need- yeah,
he-
he's
we
the
need
guy.
him as
No,
he
no.
was low key.
Yes.
No, he
Quarterback coach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, quarterback
Yeah,
coach.
quarterback
Okay.
coach.
Stat
Just like
analyst,
LaFleur. LaFleur was the
but-
same way. Quarterback coach.
Yeah.
They were both here at one point because when Shanahan was here,
Mm.
LaFleur was the quarterback coach for 2
Damn.
that year. Yeah, so they all they rolled with Shanahan until they got their jobs. Like,
If you're
for
a part
real.
of somebody's tree, it's
Oh, yeah.
usually a guaranteed job. It doesn't really matter where you're going. Brian Dable,
Yep.
Yeah.
when he was under Josh Allen,
Yep.
oh, let's give him a head coaching job because,
Well, speaking on that, Joe Brady.
Yep.
Look at what he's doing with Buffalo. I mean, you fired Ken Dorsey. Now Buffalo looks like Buffalo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's going to get a lot of calls in the offseason about being the head coach. But it goes to his point. Like, you getting these coordinators who's good coordinators doesn't mean they're going to be good coaches.
definitely
head
not
coaches.
a guarantee.
Because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, when you get promoted to be a head coach, you literally are the top hat and you are everywhere. You literally have to have your head in every meeting that is there.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
OC or DC, you focusing on that. I'll see y'all later. I'm focusing on this.
You're just as important as the GM and the owner.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
the
are.
top three dogs.
Yeah.
And at the same time, too, though, you have to be able to let go and put the right people in place. You know what I'm saying? I can oversee it,
trust
but
in
as a
you.
head, right? I gotta trust as a head coach. That's the one thing you can't do. Like
gotta
as
trust your game
being a
plan.
CEO of a business, I can't make sure that everybody's making their calls every day. You know what I'm saying? I had to put somebody in charge of that and trust that they're going to do the right thing based off of what my game plan was.
Right.
I'm the coach. Here's our game plan. This is what we want to do. It's up to you as my OC. It's up to you as my DC and my special teams to put this plan in action. We go through it and say, all right, now let's execute.
All the more reason if you're Arthur Smith, how have you not relinquished the offensive play calling?
Exactly.
Yeah.
At this point,
You might have an
should've been
offensive
getting-
Exactly.
coordinator that's getting paid on the roster as an offensive coordinator, but if you're still calling the plays, why?
Clearly, you don't trust who you have.
You don't
at the
trust-
offensive-
right,
At the offensive
right.
coordinator position. You literally is a figurehead just to say, hey, you're the offensive coordinator. You back up the plays I call, basically. When it comes down to coaching, you tell them what I tell you to tell them.
Yeah.
And my first point, like firing a coach, like if you have an offensive minded coach and your offense just can't get right,
It doesn't make sense.
like that's like a defensive minded coach like Eberflus. If the defense is playing a whole lot better now,
After y'all got rid of everybody.
But if you're a defensive minded coach and you're going out giving up 30 every game,
Shouldn't happen.
it shouldn't happen.
Shouldn't happen.
I can tell he not a real head coach because he don't even be on the bench holding a little card up to his mouth, doing like that. He don't even do this. Like all the goats do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna let you see what I'm saying.
Right.
He's out there word for word.
Right. You
Like, bro, we get it. We get it.
It's like you can even bring up somebody like an Andy Reid. Andy Reid, come on, man. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. They putting up points. They gonna show you something every week you haven't seen, which is why Eric Bieniemy was like, hey, let me go ahead and slide because Andy Reid's not going anywhere. So I have to show on my end that it's not just Andy Reid.
I'm
Just
so
tell me how
glad.
much longer you have.
I'm so glad you
I
brought
can't.
Andy Reid up though, because you can tell Matt Nagy is back.
Yep. You can see
You
it.
can tell.
You can
I
see
mean,
it.
their offense
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
They're not disciplined, which is shout to Eric Bieniemy because they say he's an asshole, but Eric Bieniemy is the discipline guy.
Yeah.
He's the structure guy. He's gonna cuss you out for not.
he said
doing,
it, leader of men.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, after the Washington Miami game, they Tyreek and Bieniemy dapped up and they were like, "Man, you did so much for me, man. You did so much for me." And as they dispersed, Tyreek was like, "Hey, man, stay on their ass," because that's the type of coach he is, and that's why they try to say he can't be a head coach because he's too hardcore or whatever. You need that.
Well, Tyreek did come out and have his back when Shady
did.
kind of threw him under the bus.
He did. That's what I'm saying. Like Eric Bieniemy is a good coach, I believe. Now, once he finally gets his shot, if he ever gets his shot,
it's
we'll
next
be
year.
able to see it.
Hold on,
Whether
who
you
would-
can do it?
Ron
I think-
Rivera is going to get dismissed, unfortunately,
Yeah, he
for
is.
everything that he's been
He is.
through.
He
But
is.
Yeah.
that's why he went to Washington because Andy Reid, tell me how much longer you have.
And he
I
knows
can't.
how much
I don't know
Andy-
how much longer.
Yeah.
So he goes, great. I'm going to Washington for my job.
Because Andy, as long as Andy's got that quarterback, he gonna roll with it. I feel like.
Says who y'all had in Chicago? Y'all quarterback. I mean, coach. He was a linebacker for Chicago.
Singletary.
Singletary, yeah. Now that was, hey, he was old school.
Man, Singletary. I feel like he should have got another shot as a head coach.
Can't win
man.
with him.
San Francisco.
Can't
Yeah,
win without
yeah.
him. No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
No how.
That's it. Famous quote.
Vernon
that,
Davis.
that deep voice, too.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Not Ed Orgeron, but just different.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like, damn, where's that bass coming from?
Hey man, when he was on the field, I like this kind of party.
Yeah.
Yes sir. I like Singletary, man. I always have. He should be coaching somewhere at some point. I don't care if it's just linebackers or whatever, because he was the linebacker coach for that 2000 Ravens team with Ray and those boys, and Bo were monsters. Okay, monsters. And who was it?
Yeah.
Sharper too. Those boys were monsters. Okay. Speaking of Baltimore, them fools only have given up 14 touchdowns through the air, which is insane. That is unheard of right now.
Well, let's wait till next week when the Dolphins play.
I can't wait for that. That's a good
Not
game
even
this
next
week.
Monday night.
Yeah, I'm
They
finna
play
say
San-
this
they
week.
play
Bro, they
San-
yeah,
got two.
I'm a
It's the-
49ers fan on Monday.
This
So-
is
They got
one.
2 games today.
Yes, they do. And I was just
NFL is
finna-
taking over,
I was
bro.
finna get into the
mean,
schedule. So for today, we got Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. My Steelers, man.
Mike T, new Bears coach.
Man,
I was nice with
man,
that.
that would be nice for y'all, and that would be so done for Pittsburgh because there's no way you could think it's time for Mike Tomlin to go when you don't have a quarterback.
Hey man, did you see the meme with the guy with the big eyes and they was like, "This is Mike Tomlin. How he look on the
That's how-
sideline every week."
Always,
Especially if it's a stupid ass call and he's staring down the ref.
always, always. I
But it
love
probably
Mike
is
Tomlin.
time for something new in Pittsburgh.
It
though.
might be
Real
time
talk.
for a new
And-
voice, but they've had
It's a quarterback,
five,
not a
five
coach.
coaches.
No, I'm not saying-
in
I'm
the
not-
history of the team.
not-
Tomlin, since he's been there, has never had a below 500 record.
Never.
He's
It's
not the
hard to
problem.
argue with
You
that.
need a quarterback. Kenny
Right.
Pickett wasn't the answer. Trubisky's not the answer. And damn sure Mason
Mason
Rudolph's not
Rudolph
going to be
But
the
I'm
answer.
saying though,
answer.
like it's probably time for a refresh for the fans and even Mike himself to get out of that because he's been in that system so long.
But
They was even if it happened. I get what you're saying. It's
Also
very
because
possible,
you want him here in Atlanta.
I mean, he could come. I mean,
man. If they,
he could stay with us till he get his
if
house together.
Everybody around the league, Chicago, Atlanta, whoever,
Everybody.
everybody would want him.
Everybody would literally want him. And one of those coaches, he does not call a play, not a single play. He doesn't call nothing. He has his offense, he has his defense. He is the voice of everything, the final say so of everything.
He is a great leader of
A
men.
Yes.
great leader of men. And
All right, man, we've been talking for a long time, y'all.
yeah.
Hour and a half,
Hour and
boy.
a
we
half,
can
man.
do it, can't
I
we?
said thank you. I said thank you.
Nah, we good.
We're not worried about that one, but I'm just gonna say for the sake of argument, we're gonna turn over Jake Brown and hopefully win one, go 8-7. Buffalo Chargers.
That's today too, right?
Yep, that's the day. Buffalo Chargers. I've never seen a team quit on a coach like the way the Chargers did last week against the Raiders. And
I mean, everybody got fired for a reason.
Yeah, everybody got fired. I just watching that game, I was like, I've never seen it this bad as far as tanking it. It was crazy.
Who is leading the league in catches right now
And
in the NFL?
Receptions?
Yeah, who's leading the league in catches receptions?
I would probably say McCaffrey, right?
Not a bad answer.
Not a bad answer.
This shit blew my mind when I saw it. That's why I had to share.
St. Brown?
Keenan Allen.
He's missed like
How?
4 games.
That's why. And he's out tonight.
He's out tonight too.
So how?
Wow.
What were you
Damn.
catching?
wouldn't have guessed
15 a
that.
game?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
for about 75 yards.
Yeah.
Helpful
I knew they were
fantasy
done
purposes,
once they
but
shut down
not
Herbert.
exactly.
Once they shut Herbert down, I said, "Yeah, it's over with. Everybody about to clean house. It's over."
It's an Eastern Stick.
Yeah, Easton Stick is the quarterback. That's why Keenan Allen's like, "Yeah,
Name
I'm gonna
that college.
I'm gonna sit here for
Yeah.
a while. I'm gonna sit. I'm good."
Yeah.
But they've been so disappointing in the past 4 years. It's ridiculous. But Buffalo is hot, so they should smack them. That's on Peacock tonight too. By
Yeah,
the way.
they should.
Falcons, Colts must win for Atlanta.
Tubi.
So let's make it happen.
Shout out to the Rams. Thank y'all.
Yeah, man, big business for the Rams Thursday night. That was highly appreciated. Beat them Saints like that. I thought it was going to be worse than that.
I thought they were gonna come back.
Yeah.
I thought the Saints were gonna come back.
Wasn't it just like 30-7?
Yes. I was not paying attention, and I heard that last touchdown. I was like, man, hold on, let me pay attention. Real quick. What's going on right here? Y'all tripping. But, yeah, they was big business.
Who Tampa play?
Tampa has
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Yep, Florida
And
game.
Trevor Lawrence is still in concussion protocol. So
has,
it's like,
Nick
struggling
Wright.
on
Nick
defense.
Wright calls him the Prince.
why?
Because, he's the next
Nick
coming.
Wright's the one with the slick back hair?
Yeah.
He looks weird to me. I don't
Yeah,
like it.
I hate that new look he got. Man.
Yeah,
just
it's
looks
weird.
weird. Yeah.
It is. I like Nick Wright. That's he's Colin Cowherd's understudy.
He's just missing the hat, and he looks like Tommy DeVito's agent,
Yeah, he does.
basically.
Yeah,
Little chicken
Tommy
cutlets.
Cutlets.
Jesus.
Tommy Cutlets. But it was perfect for him to pop in New York, though. That's insane.
Yeah.
The first look went viral.
Yeah.
Right? Because he looked like a mob boss kind of
Yep,
thing.
basically.
The second one, you just look like a giant leprechaun. Everyone's like, bro, come on.
Yeah.
Side note. Not sorry to interrupt. I always do though.
You gotta change the name of the show now.
Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live that does the
He's married to
news.
Scarlett Johansson.
Did not know that.
Yeah, blew my mind. I was like,
didn't know that either.
ow.
But first of all, how you gonna interrupt though? Like I was telling the story.
You said sorry, so I was just picking back off of.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is that where you're going? I didn't know
Yes,
you
that's
were
where I was
with
going. Yeah. You fucking stole my stuff.
it. Sorry.
I mean, you gotta stay on my notes, man. I be putting these notes together over here, man.
Cleveland at
So
Houston.
Michael Che they write jokes for each other.
Swap
Oh,
jokes, yes, and they do it live on the show.
Did you see the most recent one though?
Yes.
Oh God.
When the lady was with him.
Yeah, they brought her out. It's
Yeah.
like, go ahead, Colin, say your jokes to her. And it's like, oh, this is
He trying
killing
to
me.
get, he trying to get a lady
Oh
some
my
down.
God. Yeah.
Like,
Pound
y'all
it.
got to see
No.
that. Y'all got to see
We'll
that.
check it
Yeah,
out.
y'all got to
We'll
see
check
that.
it out.
All right, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's
My
okay.
bad,
It happens. It's all right. Cleveland at Houston. No CJ Stroud. Cleveland defense balling.
They have been all year
And Flacco. What the hell?
Hey,
with
Off the
two-
couch.
Off the
With the 2 touchdowns you get from Flacco, though, it's also gonna be 2 picks.
Yeah.
So
But they've been putting up numbers, man. They've been putting up numbers. I'm going to take Cleveland even though they're on the road because without C.J. Stroud,
Oh,
I just
yeah.
don't see it happening.
who's it? Davis
But
Mills.
still
No,
say,
they started, Case Keenum.
yep, Case Keenum.
Cleveland.
I thought it was Davis, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Cleveland. Or-
No doubt. Still, though, with that said, D'Amico Ryans for Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
D'Amico Ryans, Coach
great
of the Year.
rookie season.
And loved him as a player, and he's translated perfectly. I can appreciate
I
that.
think he's overachieved, to be honest.
No, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think anyone expected him to be this good.
No, not this good. Not this early. It's all right. We know.
who he play for?
He played for the Texans.
Okay.
As a
Oh, that's their brother, right? Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. He coached the Texans.
Yeah.
He's head coach. now.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
linebacker, all pro linebacker for them for years.
Nice.
I liked him a lot as a player.
See, I don't be doing sports like that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
bro. It's all
Yeah,
right.
thank you, man. Appreciate
Why-
But to your point, a linebacker as a coach,
it. Hey,
Singletary.
same
Same deal.
strong-minded individual. It's what you need.
Same deal. Oh, Antonio Pierce in the Raiders. Same thing.
He'll probably get that job.
He should.
He should.
Now, Mark Davis be an idiot if he didn't. That's besides the point. But watching that Jets toilet bowl game, there's nobody really started studying that one.
Trash.
Yeah, trash game. Seattle at Tennessee. Seattle should win that game. They're gonna stay in the hunt. They have to win that game.
Geno's back.
I was about to say Geno's back. Yeah.
They have to win that game to do it. That was a big
What a
win.
what a
though.
throw by Drew Lock at the end, though,
Oh
right?
man,
What a throw.
my boy Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And just
I've been preaching all year. Smith and Jigba, man, he's a dog out there. He's a dog. That was a dime though. That was a dime.
perfect throw.
That was a dime to beat the Eagles. That was a big
Hey
one.
man, I seen something that said every pass on that drive was caught against Bradbury.
Not surprising.
Big
but
free agent signing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Green Bay at Carolina. Green Bay should win that one. But hey, who knows?
out to
Carolina's
Jordan Love,
coming
though.
off a win. You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
Jordan.
Probably the only,
Having a good
only
year.
week
Yeah.
I'd be a Packers fan.
Yeah,
Like,
straight up.
Win that
Yeah.
game.
You need that.
Yeah.
You need that.
Come
Detroit,
on, number one
Detroit,
pick.
at, Detroit at Minnesota.
Minnesota is surprisingly
Yeah, they are.
competitive.
They are.
How?
That's
Is Cousins back or he done?
No, he
nah, he
done.
done.
Oh, okay.
That's, Nick Mullins.
Yep, Nick Mullins. Detroit
After
10-4, holding steady this year. They still look good. They look strong, man. Even though it's a division game on the road, I still take Detroit.
Yeah, thank
I still take Detroit for that one.
If I'm not mistaken, if they beat Minnesota, I think they win the division.
Yeah.
They should. I think that's close to the last division games. Only 3 games left, so
And Detroit hasn't hosted a playoff game since like the 90s.
that's gonna be crazy.
Crazy.
It's good for
Barry
them.
Sanders will be in the building. You know
Lord
it.
Phil.
You and
Calvin Johnson.
will be in the building. Speaking of which, I'm gonna throw this in there real quick. There was a discussion. Randy Moss was on Kevin Hart show and said that he is the GOAT receiver. He loves Jerry, but he's the GOAT. And the argument now is Jerry, Randy, or T.O.
I answered this morning. I
Go
thought it was
ahead.
very easy. Jerry Rice is obviously the greatest receiver of all time.
I agree.
Randy Moss and T.O. greatest athletes
Yeah.
at that position.
But
I would-
when you say athlete, Calvin Johnson got to throw him in there. All Hall of Famers.
Well, we're just using those three.
yeah.
But you could throw in Tyreek, Calvin Johnson, everybody else that you want. Greatest receiver of all time? Without a question, Jerry Rice.
I just remember Jerry because we used to be in the same league. Remember when San Francisco and Atlanta played in the same league? And I just remember Jerry Rice just killing us on slants.
and it was Deion, too.
Yeah, just killing us on those short passes, right? But when I think about Moss, Randy Moss, and T.O., like, them boys are go. You know what I'm saying? So
The thing is, all three very different receivers
Yeah.
in their own respect.
Yeah.
Like you say, Randy with the deep balls, deep crosses, the go routes. T.O. catching that thing, breaking 5 tackles, getting out of there.
Just a physical freak.
Yeah.
Pushing past everybody.
Jerry, the surgical route technician, going to take a slant for 80 yards, but ain't nobody going to touch him because of all the separation.
Randy did kind of revolutionize like the receiver position.
No doubt
Like,
about it.
You know, coming in 3 catches, 154 yards.
Yeah.
For 3 touchdowns.
3
For three
touchdowns.
touchdowns.
Yep.
Like,
I remember meeting Jerry Rice before and just then realized how small he was. Like he was a real slim guy. No
Trim.
body fat,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he was just a
trim.
real slim guy.
Real trim.
seen the viral video of him counting his rings.
Yes, pulling them out at the sunglasses case.
Yeah.
He's just pulling them out and putting them on.
He's a surgical route runner.
And
he
then
was.
and then he
Really
lost
was.
then he lost me with the Popeyes commercial with the fucking
Yeah.
helmet on with the chicken. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you
ain't
lost
gotta
me
do
there.
nothing with that one,
Yeah.
dog. I saw that. I felt the same way. Like that's the General's fried chicken type deal right there. That was come on, bro.
Back.
Set us back. Yep,
Yeah,
sure
a
did.
little bit, just a tad. But I mean, even Jerry Rice used to catch bricks for Christ's sake. He used to catch bricks from his father. It's real bricks,
That's interesting training.
Yes.
bricks.
I think his son is
Oh, he just declared.
They declared,
He declared. Brendan Rice is gonna be nice, man. He can play. USC. Brendan Rice can play. He
All
can
right.
play.
Heard.
Look out for him. He can play.
4th round pick?
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Okay.
Now we gotta see if Emmett's son's gonna come out. Is he eligible to come out this year? He's running back at
I think
Stanford.
so.
I think he's eligible to come out this year. Emmett Smith's son.
Okay.
Emmitt Smith the 4th.
Did I tell y'all my Stanford story? Did I tell y'all that?
No, not today, no.
Yeah. Yes, it's okay. Okay.
It had to do with Hawaii and
let's
Georgia
finish
Tech.
Let's finish up these picks because we got some good ones on the end.
You want to see a Encino Man movie?
That was ridiculous. Jackson at Tampa.
Do you know Pauly Shore? was in
Jacksonville
that?
at Tampa.
At Tampa.
Especially if Trevor Lawrence doesn't play, Tampa.
Ugh.
They've been having problems
that
coming
damn-
to
Nah, they're
pass,
gone.
and,
Baker Mayfield
Baker's been
is-
playing pretty good.
Ugh.
That's hard to say.
Baker
It's hard, man.
isn't consistent enough to obviously do that every week, but it seems like about 4 times a year, you just like, damn.
Mike Evans, pay the man.
Pay the man. I was finna bring him up.
Oh,
Pay
in
the
free
man
agency,
and
he's not re-signing.
He's
with
not gonna
Dubai.
resign.
and first ballot Hall of Famer.
Easily.
Has to. 10 straight years of 1,000 yards, regardless of the quarterback.
Atlanta for a year?
Nah,
Mike Evans?
we good.
You don't want him?
Not really.
I mean,
Not if you not if
That's
you
exactly
if
who
you
I
don't have
want
a
if I have a rookie
quarterback.
quarterback.
If you don't have a quarterback here, it's not gonna matter.
You're going to draft one.
Yeah, you got to.
yeah, we got to draft one, no doubt about it. At this point, it was
I would love to
5
have
weeks ago.
that
It was
veteran
like,
presence as a rookie
maybe
quarterback.
let's see. But I was like, nah,
Absolutely.
we got to draft one, man. So it depends on who you draft is who is going to try to come in free agency.
Okay, so draft a quarterback, but still sign a veteran.
You keep Heineke for all I care.
You,
Well,
you
he's
have
under
to.
contract.
That's what I'm
You have
saying. You
to.
keep Heineke.
You have, I mean, Ritter's under contract as well, but yeah, you have to have that veteran
Yeah.
backup presence at the same time. Who?
Ritter.
Kirk Cousins.
Cut him.
Kirk
Somebody
Kirk
threw that
Cousins.
around. Somebody threw it around before he got hurt. Somebody threw around Kirk Cousins, and I'm like, he gonna sling it now. He gonna put some numbers up. You know, the threat of throwing the ball will be there.
Hey, hold on. If Joe Flacco can get up off the couch after years, why not bring number 2 back for a little bit?
Come on now.
Why not bring number 2 back?
No, ain't got the arm gone. You got uncomfortable on that one. Got the arms gone.
I would have liked to seen him this year,
Yeah.
but like for another season to start the season, nah.
Again, you're saying it because of this defense.
You don't want to waste
Matt
the defense.
never had the defense, right?
That's
Nah,
my
he
thing.
didn't.
I don't want to waste this defense, man. I don't want to waste. You get a defense that most time a defense that's good lasts you about 3 years.
Matt
before
throws
you-
a good ball, man. Just imagine him giving Drake London more 50-50 chances because
Well, I mean,
Go high point it.
Yeah.
with Pitts, the 1 year with Pitts got him 1,000 yards.
Yes.
you know what I'm
Almost
saying?
broke
That was his
old
rookie
boy
year.
record,
Yeah.
didn't he?
And he's done what since?
Nothing. I mean, I get it,
Trying to
but that
get
lets
paid.
you know having a capable person back there to throw the ball.